No intro. I'm pissed off. Hold on. Give me a second. Donald Trump disgustingly calls LeBron and Don Lemon dumb and dumber. What's good, Q? This is TMZ. Donald Trump, the man who callously separated children from their parents. Here we go with the bullshit, man. Donald Trump, the man who callously separated children from their parents and forever traumatized them in the process. So I guess these illegal fucking immigrants illegally coming over here, making that decision has nothing to fucking do with laws, right? Has nothing to do with them. It's all Donald Trump, right? Okay, let's just ignore the truth. Proceed. Has viciously attacked LeBron James, the man who just opened a school for hundreds of poor children, probably saving them in the process. The most vile president ever to hold office tweeted late Friday night, LeBron sick James was just interviewed by the dumbest man on television, Don Lemon. He made LeBron, I don't even know, what is it, sick? What is that? He made LeBron look smart, which isn't easy to do. I like Mike. LeBron was on CNN this week unveiling plans for the I Promise school in his hometown of Akron, which has opened its doors to 3rd and 4th graders and set to expand to 1st through 8th graders by 2022. LeBron is giving every student all sorts of benefits, from bicycles to free tuition at the University of Akron. Trump, who bumbles through speeches and brags how he is unprepared, is clearly continuing his campaign of hatred and prejudice. What's especially amazing, LeBron actually exercised restraint on Lemon's show in criticizing the president. The grossly insecure president, who is manic over and obsessed with cable news, simply cannot handle criticism and responds with wild and baseless personal attacks. Don Lemon responded by saying, "Who's the real dummy? A man who puts kids in classrooms or one who puts kids in cages? Hashtag be best." Disagree with Donald Trump and join the long line of noble citizens on his enemies list, a list on which it is an honor to be included. I'm fucking charged up. I'm on some Bombay Sapphire and Club right now with a lemon, with an organic lemon and an organic lime. I'm charged up at 5:08 Eastern Standard Time on a Saturday evening. I'm about to go in. Now, this is what I want to say from the top. Donald J. Trump, the president, in my opinion, is dumb. LeBron James, in my opinion, is dumb. Don Lemon, in my opinion, is dumb. Let me get into this other article real quick. See if they say anything. Okay, it's just more TMZ bullshit. We're gonna get into some more articles in a second. But this is the thing about this, that that pisses me off is they had an interview. I can't play the interview because they're gonna flag the shit out of me. But Don Lemon interviewed LeBron James. And within the interview, Don Lemon asked LeBron James, would you ever run for office? Would you ever want to, you know, try to be the president? That's a dumb fucking question, in my opinion. Because I feel like, okay, LeBron, you already single-handedly ruined the fucking NBA. What the hell you gonna do to an already fucked up America? That's just my opinion. He responds saying that, you know, it's not something that he would want to run for. It's not something he'd be interested in. Don Lemon goes forward and says, well, what if you were the only person left to run against Donald Trump and there was no one else to run against him? LeBron proceeds to say, well, I guess if I was the last person to try to stop him from becoming president again, yes, I would run. We're going to get into a lot of situations. We're going to get into a lot of shit right now. I'm going to have, you know, my Astro enlightenment coach / author John Hardy join me. We're going to get into a lot. Hold on to your seatbelts. I'm sipping slow, though. I got some Bombay Sapphire. And we're going to talk about what it means to be a man today. We're going to talk about the hypocrisies of mainstream media today. You dig? Let me go ahead and send my big homie an invite. And we're going to get into it. Let's see. Hold up. I'm sipping. I'm gonna take my time, y'all. I need y'all to bear with me. We're gonna go in today. It's gonna be pure enlightenment today. I need y'all to hold on with me. Hold on with me, Q. Q, you a LeBron fan? I hope you're not a LeBron fan, because we about to get at his ass. Pause. Hit that like button, family, when y'all hop in. Smash that like button. Appreciate it. Oh, I'm fucked up right now. I'm fucked up right now. Hold up. Let me share this for y'all. Oh shit. Mr. John Hardy, how you doing, fam?
Brother, good brother.
I might have to put my camera on in a second, man. Your shit looking clean right now.
Yo, my shit clean now, but I'm taking it off. Right there, I'm back with my Astro Life.
All right, shit. Before we even get started, I'm gonna actually remember today. Tell them where to find you.
Oh yeah, I'm cool with that. I ain't even ready for that. But you know what I mean, I'm gonna just jump in. Astro Life. Let me see.
Astro Enlightenment on YouTube.
Yeah, Astro Enlightenment on YouTube or Facebook.com/. Just go with Facebook.com/King John 2020.
Facts. So I'm gonna share this with you, John. Let me know if you can see it on the screen.
Cause I ain't got a lot of. All right. Cause
you can see this.
Yeah, cause Donald Trump getting on him, right?
I'm charged up. I'm charged up, John.
Listen, I got my notes. I took notes on this one. I even had my nephew and them debating on it. Like one was saying it was bad. So I'm all in. I got some notes. Like I wish I know how to show you my notes, but
all good.
We're looking at LeBron. So opening the schools, supported by his wife and a spokeswoman. So that's some issues right there for at-risk school, at-risk kids. I do got a lot of questions about this, though. I do got a lot of questions.
So what I want to get into first is, before you hopped on, I said that, in my opinion, Donald Trump is dumb. In my opinion, Don Lemon is dumb. And in my opinion, LeBron James is dumb. Out of these three characters, do you feel the same way? Do you disagree?
Yeah. Are we live now? You ain't started.
Oh, we live. We live.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think they all like for instance, again, we're looking at his wife, kind of praising him, and then we're looking at the spokeswoman for president, saying it's a good thing, but he's calling them dumb, and he said Don Lemon is dumb. So to me, it's more of it makes me wonder if they really cool with each other. You know what I mean? Like, is this a game all three of you guys are playing?
Wow, so you're saying they might be talking to each other behind the scenes?
Yeah, because you look at Trump going against North Korea, for instance, right? Trump going against North Korea, and next minute, he's chilling with them. Now he just said they cool, and then you got Trump going against Russia, and then
that's a fact.
His daughter's sleeping with the Russian president. I know he stopped, but his daughter, his daughter's with the Russian president, and the daughter, the Russian president's daughter's with him. Like, y'all swap each other's daughters. But the moral of the point is, like, you know what I mean? These are like behind the scene things where the media can make it look like certain people hate each other. You know what I mean? Like Japan and China, but they meet up. They talk. They kick it or whatever. So I know. In order for his wife to kind of defend him, there have to be a mutual conversation, but a mutual disagreement.
That's a fact. See, you see. I'm trying to vent first before we get into that deep shit.
To me, they brothers. You know what I mean? They brothers. So it's like family. When they say a family fight.
I feel like there was an interview they just did too. Don Lemon, I don't know if you saw the interview, but Don Lemon interviewed LeBron, and he asked LeBron, would he ever run for office? LeBron's response saying, not really. But then Don Lemon says, well, what if you were the only person we had left to run against Donald Trump? And then LeBron says, okay, I'd run. And with me, it's like, that's such a dumb question, because it's like, in my personal opinion, I feel like LeBron single-handedly ruined the National Basketball Association, and America's already fucked up as it is. I can't imagine how much more damage LeBron would do to America.
I mean, the thing about it, you look at Don Lemon, right? Don Lemon, he talked backwards. The craziest questions. Go check out a few interviews, and that's because he's a Pisces. So a Pisces is the type of person that asks the weirdest question, but it's good media at the same time or whatever. Now, he's indirectly put LeBron in a position to say, I will run for president if I had to. Who knows if LeBron's testing the water? He's strategic. He's like Drake. He's like Jay-Z. They will be strategic versus a Kanye West and a 50 Cent. See what I'm saying? So, I mean, if you look at Tekashi 6ix9ine and Drake, Tekashi started coming up and he drops an album with Nicki Minaj. Drake took a shot at him. Nobody caught on. They gonna catch on watch. Drake took a shot at him. If you listen to Fifi, he took a shot at him. But even outside of that was a recent video where he was asking Nicki Minaj, what's the name of the song again? Kiki. So Kiki, Fifi, he threw subliminals with that. But again, we're looking at LeBron James, and if he's bumping the head with the president, like, it's not even on a racist issue. That's like Drake coming at this dude before he climbed the chart. Trump coming at him before he even thinking about becoming the president. And Don Lemon just if he was going for president, Don Lemon messed that up. But I wouldn't trust nobody who's quick to sell out on their teams anyway. I mean, I can go down and look teams he traded to, you know, for the ring, for the money.
John, I want to say this, man. I appreciate you, man. I think you got a mute. You got like an echo going.
I got an echo?
Yeah, I can hear myself.
How's that?
All right, we good, yeah. I want to welcome Q Dawson to the chat. I also want to welcome Keys the Win to the chat. You know, Keys says she's a Pisces, so I don't know. I don't know if he was getting that Pisces, but
it's not, you got like the thing about it, you got like 3 different type of Pisces. So I can't get at, you know, it depends what type of Pisces she is or whatever. But you got 3 type of Pisces. Pisces always hold themselves. They kind of secretive. They you know, they could be in the house. They kind of shallow in a way, but outside they can be bubbly. So, but it depends. You know, you got the ones that's in denial. You got the ones that's not a denial. You got the ones that like to work. You got the ones that don't like to work. You got the one that got family issues. You got the ones that take care of family. So,
right. But I want to say this. You know, she asked, why do I feel like LeBron ruined the NBA? I feel like LeBron single-handedly ruined the NBA because he's the only player that's jumping from team to team every handful of years, building his own squad. You know what I'm saying? He's not even the best player in the league, but he owns, like, I don't know how, but because he's the cash cow of the NBA, he owns ESPN, Sports Center, all of the networks, so they all propped him up. But Kevin Durant is clearly the best player in the NBA. And I'm sorry. I'm all about being fair, and I'm loyal to the truth. And I can't. So it's just, for me, it's like, okay, if I'm sitting here knowing who the best player is, but the TV, everybody on the TV and the internet is telling me something different, I just can't go with that. You know what I'm saying? I can't respect that. I mean, look, we're going to get into it. I'm charged up right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm on some Bombay Sapphire Club. I got one organic lime in there. So we're going to get into it. I feel like that's how I feel, John. I feel like this. Let me see. I got all my notes over here too. Let me see. I got like 100 post-its over here. You know, LeBron says a lot of dumb shit. You know what I mean? I think that's just a fact. You know, LeBron said that you know, where racism is never going to pretty much end, right? But if it wasn't for white people, LeBron wouldn't be rich. You know, LeBron is out here saying that black people are still in bondage, but he has almost $1 million. He owns almost $1 million home. So in my opinion, it's like, what are you talking about? What are you saying? You know, and as far as this school situation, me and this other YouTube content creator was talking. And we came, you know, a lot of people like me, even Sly. I was talking to Super Sly 75 about this a couple of days ago. As far as the school situation, how I look at schools is this. Schools don't teach you how to think. Schools teach you how to, you know, survive in the matrix setup. They teach you, you know, what you need to do so you can just dwell in this setup, this format that's already here. They don't teach you how to think for yourself and create your own. And I think me and you was talking about that. We touched on that, you know, a couple times. But my point is, LeBron has all this money and power and resources. He could blow up the whole system. He could personally build a community.
Where hold on. This is what I think about that. See, LeBron He's a Capricorn. So he's selfish. He wanted to be number one. Capricorns literally are made to be number one, though. So it's not like it's just in his DNA. So the thing about that makes the person more selfish. Now you look at LeBron as a team player, he will pick his team. He will control his team. See what I'm saying? Unlike Kobe just wanted to be the me. LeBron would pick his team and own the team. He'll talk down to the coaches and the managers and threaten to leave and so forth. So his personality is of a selfish nature. Now, when it comes to the school, what I can't really, what I don't like about it is that there was, like, again, he's selfish again, because you got somebody like Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson, you know, I got upset that people like him and Jay-Z and Oprah didn't support his cause. You know, you could have just took $2 million and gave it to him. He was trying to open up an all-black school. He wanted to change the diet. He wanted people to learn farming, to cook your own, grow your own food. And he had a system to detach from the system. See what I'm saying? Now, when I go back and look at Oprah, kind of like the same school. You know, it's a, like you said, it's a school made to keep you in the system.
Yes, it's a systematic indoctrination. Instead of him creating his own community to, like you were telling me, to teach the children about the real history of blacks,
right?
Instead of the, you know what I'm saying, the whitewashed history. But you see, that's what people don't understand. They don't talk about the surface.
He's gonna come with George Washington discovered America.
Yes,
carrots is good for you, and
yes.
The George Washington ain't discovered America. He ain't even rediscovered it. His ass got lost.
Right.
One side of the India to the other side of the India. He got lost, landed here, and brought those stupid cows. And cows wasn't even on Noah's Ark. Cows is a hybrid animal. So that's the history he's going to teach or whatever.
Yes.
So I believe like when I educate people in school, you know, especially going to college, I say, look, take up business management, entrepreneur, and then decide what you're going to do. Because the system is built for you to work. You could become a doctor, you could become police, you could work for the hospital, you could work for the business executives, but they don't tell you you can open up your own precinct. You could open up a hospital. See, this is what they don't want to teach you.
Come on, John, keep on.
They ain't gonna tell you like you can be whatever you want. They're gonna say, "Nah, we got a nice system for you to make 40,000 a year, working 40 years for 40 hours." They're gonna 444, 40 years, 40,000, 40 hours. You can retire at 60. You know what I mean? But they're not gonna say that. Listen, why become a doctor when you can open up a doctor office? You can open up a hospital. You know, you can open up your own school. You can open up your own car company instead of saying, "Look, I'm gonna go fixing cars." You can open up your own car company and still fix cars and collect that check.
Now, John, let me stop you there. Knowing that, why are people quick to, you know, argue for the system opposed to blow it up?
It's called, and I just had this conversation. I'm not gonna say debate, but I just had this conversation in the living room before this. You know what it is? If you, and I just told my nephew this too. If you can, like, it's brainwashed. You know, this is the thing that's been going on for over 40 years, brainwashing people to support something that's not good for them in general. So if you tell somebody Chinese food ain't good for you, they're going to debate you and argue it, right? Okay. Then you could show them the videos with them killing cats and dogs, and this is what's in the Chinese food. Then they're going to say, "I don't care, it still tastes good." So you arguing with somebody who's addicted to eating cats and dogs, chicken that don't taste like chicken. So if I was to say, like, for instance, Nikes, they said something about Nikes and LeBrons, and I was like, well, you know, you can't tell people not to buy Nikes. Don't buy Nikes. Protest against Nike. Don't protest. Stop buying it. Go find somebody black that sells sneakers and go buy it from them. And you're going to make the new Nikes. They're not going to do that. They're addicted to the sneakers. You know what I mean? They program to buy the sneakers because the media make it look like LeBron, who support Nikes, it's not even his sneakers.
Facts.
He branded it. He got his own logo on it. It's not his manufacturing company sneaker. So he's getting 10 million out of 100 million from the manufacturers or the people that's putting the money into it. We're supporting that. So forget about supporting him. So it's hard to talk to people, and I don't really get on people about this because I can understand why it's hard to talk to people. Like you talking about a female that might have been in an abusive relationship for 7 years, and you tell her just leave. She's going to try to defend the dude. She's his best lawyer. She's going to be like, no, you don't understand. He don't really mean to hit me and so forth. See what I'm saying? So it's hard to break a cycle that's been created for so long. But on top of it, it's like hypothetically, let's say a computer, they call it System 32. There's 32 systems that they create every year to pull us into another system. The jail is one, hospitals another one, media, music, food, and I can go on. So even if somebody break the system and saying, let's not buy Nikes, they're going to go get Reeboks. System, non-supporting. Like just on a racist thing, black people don't support each other.
That's a fact. And you know, I'm gonna have to start opening up my channel the same way. I'm gonna have to start opening up my channel with some disclaimers.
Yeah.
My channel is not for the masses. My channel is for open-minded people that want to learn about what's really happening out here. My channel is for people that are already awake. My channel is for people that, you know, that have reconnected with their soul and don't plan on coming back to this matrix, this simulation. You understand? That's not. So if you don't, you know, I respect everyone, but this is just a disclaimer. You know what I'm saying? You come here, you're gonna learn some shit whether you like it or not. You understand?
and my disclaimer is there's no filter. So if you don't like what you hear, please advise yourself, come off the channel, delete me, remove me, or don't bring your kids around. You know, not that I might curse or nothing, but there's no filter. I'm not pulling no punches. I'm not with somebody to say if I talk about R. Kelly, he gonna send lawyers my way. No. Fuck R. Kelly. How about that?
But you know what, John? The thing that really frustrates me about a lot of people is when you talk like, so if I'm saying LeBron is dumb, then they'll think that I'm saying that I feel that Donald Trump is smart. No, Donald Trump is also dumb in my eyes. I just happen to be listing the reasons why I feel LeBron James is dumb right now. You know what I'm saying? LeBron James, you know, he supported Hillary Trump. And he's the same person. Let me get this off. The same person that referred to young African Americans as super predators. Am I lying?
Facts. And not to mention, she Bill Clinton 3-time strike law that put black people in jail for the rest of their life. She supported that. She actually initiated that by making that statement, and then Trump made the 3-strike law. I mean, not Trump. Bill Clinton made the 3-strike laws. See, the problem with that is people are saying Bill Clinton was black because he lived in Harlem. See, this is how stupid black people is. And then they say Obama is not black enough. See, to confuse motherfucker, confuse.
You know what's so crazy, man? I saw this stat. It said that when Obama was the president, he didn't even raise, I can't remember exactly what it said, but he didn't even raise something over the level of 3%. I'm gonna have to. I put a link to it in a.
That's a whole nother conversation because I could just right now, when Obama was president, we had more black people dying by the police alone ever in history. Most black kids died under his watch. There was no.
Is that a valid stat, John?
Valid. There, even you could take it back to at the most like hanging. Dog, this is the most black youth died under a president. Most black people died under a president.
That's crazy. That's ironic, actually. You know, man. You there? You there, John? Oh shit. John, the Hillary people get you? Shit. Hold on, family. Hold on. Hyde says, I don't think any one of them is stupid. Oh shit, Hyde. Why you feel that way? Talk to me. What's going on? I think somebody's picked up my board. Let's see.
And I'm back.
Oh shit.
I'm back.
Oh shit. You good? John, I knew Hillary shooters came. I thought Hillary shooters came after you.
I'm like, yo, how they gonna turn around and clip me off? Clip me off as soon as I said Obama, dog. That's some cool shit.
Shit. All right, I'm all fucked up right now, man. All right, I'm gonna turn my camera on, man. We gonna chop it up, man. Hold on. We about to go in. You good though? You straight?
Yeah. I can't even turn my camera off. I think they want to see my face now. All right. Come on, see my face.
That's crazy.
I can't even click back to my profile picture.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they want to see my face. I'm close, man. I don't care. Let's go.
That's crazy. Hold on.
I can't even click my. I can't even. I want to see the man behind the picture.
They gonna see my black ass too. Then shit. Hold on, let me turn my camera on, man. All right, we live,
brother.
We live, man. You know it's Saturday. I gotta wear my Warrior shit.
Right there. I'm always white T gang. It is crazy. I can't even like click back to my profile picture.
All right, well, shit. What was it like? We was talking about 44. Should we lay off that?
No, I ain't stopping. So the thing about it, okay, let's get back to LeBron because that's the topic, right?
But you know what? Let me respond to Hyde real quick. Hyde, you never met Hyde, I don't think. That's my boy. That's the big homie. He comes on here and does a live stream show with us too. But he's in the chat. He said, black people are under the premise that they are Democrats by birth. You don't get as far as they have gotten by being stupid. Shout out Dre from the Bay. And he said it's a lot of sheep in the black community. If you want to be a factor, you got to get educated. And I mean self-educated. I agree with that. But what I want to say is, as far as you said, you don't get as far as they have got by being stupid. I think he has gotten as far as he's got by being stupid. LeBron has gotten as far as he's gotten strictly based off his athletic abilities. And how do and honestly, that's it. LeBron is so fucking stupid. Yo, what did I already say? I said LeBron is so stupid. He's saying that black people are still in bondage, but he has almost $1 million home. He's saying racism isn't going anywhere, but fuck was I gonna say? He said racism isn't going anywhere, but if it wasn't for white people, he wouldn't be rich. You feel what I'm saying, John Hardy? Isn't that a dumb thing to say?
Nah. It's a smart thing to say because it lets you know where you stand. Now, the new dumb is the new smart. So, like you said, like he's dumb on an astral level, Phil, but he's smart to do what he's doing, and he's getting where he's going to get. He's going to get what he asking for too. But you know what I mean? He's getting where he needs to get by doing the things that he's doing. So this is where playing dumb. You know what I mean? You can go to a job and work at a job. You can play dumb on a job in order to get to the top. Because a lot of
John, how is he being affected by racism if he's not being systematically oppressed? If he's given the opportunity based off the capitalism of this country to have $1 million house and be making millions of dollars every year?
Well, I mean, the thing about race don't apply to him. Watch this. This is the same person that advocate gun control for schools. He's opening the school, right? He advocate gun control, and in Florida, teachers allowed to have guns.
Right.
Read between the lines. He's a Republican.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah. His I don't care if he's a Democrat. He's a Republican because he's moving not as a Democrat. He's moving like supporting like gun laws. You know what I mean? You supporting gun laws. See what I'm saying? And the average person be like, let's do away with the guns, period. But there won't be no law. You know what I mean? Back in the days, police used to have batons. It was a whole bunch of steps they took to take somebody down. They maced them. They batoned them. They did karate. They wasn't fat. They was able to run. So nowadays, the only thing they learn is the military shoot you. Dead. Not two to the knee. You know how many people unarmed got killed? How many unarmed black teens got killed? Under Obama legacy. You know how racism got unmasked under Trump legacy? You can go all the way back to the drug epidemic, which was, it's like they always, the drug epidemic was Reagan. Reagan put all that drug out of there. And then 9/11 was under Bush. The school system got crushed on. So it's all systematically, to me, programmed to keep a system going. So if you ask me personally, I will believe LeBron is in the system where they still cool with each other, and they gotta have it's like two brothers fighting, but somebody above them saying, okay, now y'all gotta cut it out. Like Floyd Mayweather. Somebody told him cut that out.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
he has to be in the system because if he wasn't in the system, they would have took his ass out. Point
right.
blank. Period. He has all.
You can't make it that far.
The-
You ain't making it that far. You can't open up a school. So Oprah school, she opened up, Scientologists. This might be another Scientologist school. And the only thing I would like to ask them, I'll be like, look, do you got anything healthy in the food? Is it all black people? Is it are you going to teach people agriculture? Are you going to teach them credit repair or how to boost? Are you going to teach them how to respect their elders? You can have a whole course, bring it back, how to respect the elders. Oh, we're just going to do the math and science and reading again, and you're going to teach them, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers went to the moon again. Are you going to teach them that? You're going to teach them? Look. Yeah, there's no way nobody can go to the moon and come back. That's scientifically already been debunked. You know, you can't go to the moon and come back. So look about all this money they putting into going to the moon and they never been there. Billions of dollars. So to me, it's that like, is it really a school to help people? I don't care if it's black or white. Is it? Do you got real black culture in there? Are you teaching real black things? Like Oprah opened a school in Africa. Go look, Google that. See how many black people go in there.
Yeah, the thing that she lives here. Why she ain't build a school here? At least.
Exactly.
You a billionaire here.
Why Jay-Z ain't built a school in Brooklyn? You know what I mean? I'm from Marcy. He could have built a school in Marcy or whatever. Right. But now look what LeBron said. It's I think the Blast. It's a site called the Blast. Reported by the Blast. He coined the phrase "new school swag."
Right.
I'm about to jump out the window.
Go ahead, man.
I'm on the 3rd floor. I'm gonna jump out the window and come back up the stairs. Listen, dog. Come on, man. Why are we even using the word swag? Swag don't pay rent. That's what I teach people. Stop. Like spell is like, spelling is detrimental. Pronouncing things is detrimental. You know what I mean? So if we taking on a new age terminology like swag, that really don't have no real definition towards it. Why are you putting that in your school where people are gonna be saying new school swag? That's like saying, I'm not gonna go there, but that you know what I mean? It's just a terminology, a new age terminology that shouldn't be used to educate the mind of black people or people in general. Education should start with the simple words that's already been defined, not redefining new age words and having people with their pants off their butt. First of all, you're not coming to my school with your pants off your ass. Call me old school all you want.
And then I got my camera out because I'm looking up something on Twitter. I'm about to turn it back on, John. But this is another thing that LeBron said. He said that basketball comes second in his life. Being a role model comes first. And my response is, how you a fucking man and you wearing a purse and you talking about being a role model? If I had a child.
Tight pants. Him and Dwayne Wade, tight pants. I used to always say they was fucking buddies.
If I had a son, and cause see, I got a little brother, right? And my little brother, his favorite player, I think, is LeBron, because he has like 3 different LeBron jerseys, right? I don't know why he likes LeBron, because he knows I don't like LeBron. So, but my point is, if I had a son, and my son is idolizing naturally through the programming this man, simply because he dribbles a basketball. He can't even do that very well. But he sees that this man, it's on some gangsta-licious shit. He sees this man wearing a purse and he has suit pants, but he turns them into fucking cargos or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Do you know how much fucking hatred would boil inside of me that I'm trying to, because what if I said, you know what? I don't want you to be a victim of the program. I don't want you to watch this dude play basketball, right? I don't want you to be on social media, have anything to do with this programming, because I'm trying to save you. And you know how it would turn? Because it happened with me and my parents. What happened is my kid would turn against me because they would be so brainwashed into the programming and so intrigued with the illusion. And then that would just turn into so much hate, because I'm like, wow. I gave birth to this little motherfucker. I took care of this little motherfucker. And now he turned it on me because he doesn't even realize what's really happening to his brain, to how his shit is made up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, the thing about it, I say, like me personally, I can't say I don't like LeBron. I can't say I like him. Because I don't watch basketball. I don't care about no basketball. To me, basketball alone was made to take the family away from each other. Like, it used to be Monday night basketball. Then it turned to everyday basketball. So when your wife walk in front of the TV, the husband's like, yo, move. They ain't got no time for it. The kids want to do kids want to do, their homework. Move, wait till this game is over. So it kind of took the structure from the black community because everybody started watching it, and mostly black people watch it. So when you go into that aspect, I can't say I like him or dislike him. And I think as a basketball player, he's unique. I will put him up there with Jordan. I will put him up there with the Jordan, the Kobe's.
You wildin', John.
No. I got to put him up there. You know why? And Kevin Durant, like those four. I'll put up. Whatever order you put them in. See, now here's
LeBron not even top 100. He plays football on a basketball court, man.
No, but the thing about it, not in defense of LeBron, like he got rings. First of all, he made
off the backs of other players.
He made championships move. Every team he went to, he brought something with it. So I'm not going to see. You gotta. This is as a journalist or critique. You can't look at the personal aspect. Take yourself out of the personal aspect. Look at what people saying about him. That's how I view it. You know what I mean? So because I'm not gonna say my son can't watch him, but he could watch Kevin Durant. See what I'm saying? He wears skinny pants too. Huh? You hear that? You heard that?
I mean, I feel what you're saying, but it's the same.
They both wear skinny pants. So I'm not gonna put him back.
I was talking about a purse. Niggas gonna wear skinny jeans. I mean, niggas go, the nigga's skinny already, John. Come on, man. I'm talking about a purse. I'm talking about clear, visible female attire.
I mean, when you wearing pants that's tight as shit, that's just like the introduction. Let's go deeper than that. Look up videos of basketball players grabbing each other balls. Like they might be blocking and grab. There's like multiple videos of that. They grabbing each other balls. They laying on each other. Going all the way back to Shaq days. They laying on each other. They play.
I never seen that, yo.
Look it up.
Never seen that, John.
Look it up.
I never seen that. What are you talking about?
Videos with them like kissing each other or close to kissing. Grabbing each other balls, grabbing each other asses. If you Google that shit, dog, you'll be like, oh.
I don't want to see that.
See what I mean? So the thing about him wearing a purse, and this one wearing tight pants, to me is no difference. You know what I mean? You can't wear tight. You can't. I'm not gonna justify somebody wearing tight pants.
Nah, I feel what you're saying. I see Kevin Durant. I see Kevin Garnett wearing some fucking nut chokers all the time. So now I feel what you're saying. It's all the same. I'm not picking and choosing. I'm saying that's all gay shit, and I don't want my children simply. My point is, I don't want my children, if I had a child, to simply do monkey see, monkey do that shit because they're idolizing people that the mass is idolizing. You're saying that you look at what people are saying, but let's be honest. The majority of the people out here that are in charge of this motherfucking simulation or out here that with all the wealth and whatever, they're not like us. They don't give a fuck about people. They don't give a fuck about this planet. So in my opinion, those people don't fucking matter. They're part of the problem. We're the solution, but nobody wants to give us a fucking ear. That's my fucking issue.
Now, getting back to LeBron's in his school, right? The thing about him, he's building a semi-charter school. Now, if you look at charter schools usually come in 5 years before a public school gets shut down.
Okay.
When you see a charter school come up, look at the public school that's in that district and wait for 3 to 5 years and watch what happens. So usually, you know, they'll put a charter school with a black owner, you know what I mean? And they would take, if it's 3 schools in there, they would take the smartest people from those schools and enroll them in a charter school. No different than a private school, because they got, you know, uniforms, or it's small classes. And if every public school was like that, it'd be cool. So within the next year or two, they go into the school they took the smartest people from, and they telling them, listen, we're not going to give you no more funds because people dropping out. The test results is bad. They created that. So now, in 5 years from now, 3 to 5 years, public school got shut down. It's only a charter school. You know what happened 3 to 5 years from that? That charter school gets shut down. Now there's no school in there, and I guarantee you they was building a jail system at the same time they were shutting that charter school down. Now that black man is going to be sitting up there talking about, that to me when I help you shut the public school down. You were just a guinea pig.
So you saying that could be a situation with LeBron?
Yep.
So they could be. You think they could be building a jail right now that they're not talking about?
Find out where he's building it, Ohio, and then look for jails being built over there.
Wow.
That's
I want to get back into how dumb LeBron is, man. I want you to, you know.
But you can't. You know why you can't do that? Because the topic of discussion is about LeBron's school.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that too. But I want to know if why is LeBron so dumb that he didn't know his teammate Delonte West was fucking his mom?
He did know. That's what made him leave. He probably talked to the wife. He probably told her, you know, like, your mom, chill. She was like, okay, you finally caught me, I'm gonna stop. Yeah, he got caught again after that. It was, nigga, you know what? I'm out of here. So I think that was one of the main reasons for him leaving the team, because it's like you can't really do nothing. What you gonna do? You ain't fucking him up.
Well, he got him blackballed from the NBA. That's another thing I don't like about LeBron. His mom been a hoe since day one, and now he mad because she being a hoe while he an adult.
Hey, listen, that retrograde is here, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's going down now. I just remember something recently about his moms and the young boy. Remember we were talking about that mom and the young boy?
Who, LeBron?
Yeah.
His mom?
Yeah, his mom. It was something I seen with his LeBron mom was messing with a young boy, but something happened and they broke up.
Oh, you talking about that Lambo dude?
Boom.
Yeah, and then he comes out and says LeBron was fucking around with Beyonce, allegedly.
Right. Under the bus.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Huh.
I don't doubt that.
And he's coming out with a book, apparently.
I don't doubt that. For him to be so close to LeBron's best friend and even with his mom, like for him to say something like that, that need to be investigated. Because there's been pictures before he said that how Beyonce used to stare at LeBron's when he come. Like on a basketball team or interviews, she used to have the special stare for him. A stare like, yeah.
Yo, man, you know, but I'll be honest, man, there definitely is a deeper topic here. But I'm telling you right now, man, I hate LeBron James. I hate everything he stands for on the basketball court. I hate everything he stands for on a personal level. And I hate the fact that he's responsible for all the programming, man. And I just can't. I'll never be able.
That's a lot of hate. I think I would highly advise you to withdraw that hate, because there's a lot of other people. What about Jordan?
What about Jordan, man? He was the GOAT. And now you got LeBron, who they trying to make the manufacturer GOAT.
Right.
I'm loyal to the truth.
You gotta hate Jordan too.
Why?
His influence over Nike's got people killing each other for Nike's. Just for starter, another one that don't own Nike's, selling it to the black community when she could have made his own sneakers.
But John, Jordan was so good. Them niggas had to have him shoot. No, I'm just kidding.
That's where the stupidity rises, because it's like the Weezys, Kanye What shoes? People breaking their neck and fighting. Black people are selling out for basketball players who's no more just the in-between of getting a white man rich. I don't care what basketball player it is. You're just getting the white man rich. Deep.
That's a fact. But look, I'm kind of, I've been sipping, man. I've been sipping, John. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's just like, I just, as far as this article is saying that, you know, they're bashing Donald Trump, man, and they're saying, you know, they it's a lot of opinions in this article. Let me share this, man. It's a lot of opinions in this article, and it pisses me off because it's like they're telling half truths. You know what I'm saying? Let me share
about what, Trump?
Yeah, let me just read this to you real quick. You know, for a person that could just read between the lines and see that knows what's really going on, man, it's fucking disgusting. So listen to this. It's just pure opinions. It says, Donald Trump, the man who callously separated children from their parents and forever traumatized them in the process. So you see how they throw that in first, how they demonize this man first. And once again, I don't fuck with Trump. Fuck him. I don't give a shit about him. But I'm loyal to the truth and I'm fair. So what they're demonizing him and trying to say he personally separated these children from their parents, and they're completely ignoring the fact that these illegals made the decision to come over here illegally and put them and risk the chance of going to jail and having their children taken away from them. How you feel about that?
I agree with both aspects. You know, that's the risk, like the way you breaking it down. That's the risk they took. Not, you know, they didn't think one president was going to come in and reverse an opportunity they had. And I say they had years to clear all that stuff up and get legal and so forth and so on. But on the other hand, you know what I mean? I don't support Trump separating any family. You know, it's a hard thing to look at. You know what I mean? To see somebody, you know what I mean, like do it. What I don't like about it, like a lot of people that have a chance to fix they think wrongs and rights. And it was done on a racial and biased way. That's the problem I got. It was done in a racial and biased way. It wasn't like, you know what I mean, let's fix America. It's like, oh no, I want to get rid of the walls and the people that built them. See what I'm saying? So that was a whole attack against minorities, which is Mexicans, right? A whole attack against them, but they ain't do nothing with the Puerto Ricans. You know, they got the Americans, the Mexicans, and the Dominicans, and they sending them back. But you know what I mean. So to me, it was a personal attack. But in general, if people had an opportunity to come here to fix their, you know, status, and they've been working for like 18 years and they didn't fix it when you could have did it in like 3 years, then that's the risk that they took. You know what I mean? But that's the risk they took. So I kind of agree with you on that aspect. You know, that's something they could have did something about, being over here for like 30, 40, 60 years. You know, the grandparents, if you was born here, you should have did something about it. But again, it was a full-on attack. Like nobody never touched healthcare until Obama came. So these presidents that's coming up touching issues that never been touched before. Like immigration law on that aspect was actually detrimental to a point. Like who you gonna have hold on. Who you gonna have who you gonna have do landscaping now? These niggas get busy, dog.
Yeah, man, they could build a roof. They get your roof done in one day, man. You straight. I just feel like I was talking to my boy Matt about this, and we were saying the alternative to what happened was you release them, and they just keep trying to come back. At the end of the day, there's laws there, regardless if we agree with them or not. There's laws set in place, and there's in this whatever this is, whatever you want to call it, simulation, matrix, that's it. That's what it is. And it's like, I feel like the people that are like, oh, they shouldn't be doing this. It's the law. These people took the risk with the law. Whatever comes to them, that's you already know what's coming. And I feel like people are responding out of emotion opposed to logic. If I go out right now and I kill somebody, I know what's coming to me.
I don't think they're responding out of emotion for the fact that it's the law. A lot of people responding like black people who's responding to that. It's like, what if this nigga try to send us back to Africa? Nigga, I'm not from Africa. I wasn't born in Africa. I don't even think I got no motherfucking paperwork that say anything about Africa. You feel me? So what if they just send us back to Africa? So that's how people was responding. That's how people responding. You know what I mean? So they just mad at the fact that they taking a personal attack against a race, you know, because he's going to take a personal attack. So even though they was Mexican and they knew better, what if he come up with a law to say, oh, black people got to go back to Africa?
All right, so let me hop up in the chat real quick. Hi React says, low key, your opinion suspect. You too personal. Hi, I don't know if you're still up in the building, but I don't know how my opinion is too personal when I'm stating facts. The fact of the matter is, LeBron is a trash basketball player that plays football on a basketball court. I don't know if you saw the finals, but I watched every game of the finals where he was clearly offensive fouling Curry or whoever was guarding him every time he had the basketball. He had no first step to get around the players defending him. You know what I'm saying? And he was bitching about every single call. That's not respectable. If I'm comparing Michael Jordan to LeBron or whatever, Kevin Durant to LeBron, that's not respectable. And now on a personal level, yeah, I don't respect him as a person. And if I had children, I wouldn't want them to even pay attention to him. I'd want them to look at him the same way I do. I'm a fucking man. I do not wear a purse. And I assume you do not carry a purse either. That's unacceptable. So no, I have to disagree with you. My opinion is actually I feel like in reality, 100% accurate. That's just not on a personal level and on a professional level. He's not the best player in the NBA. He's not even, I'm sorry, he's not even top 100. Any player, I play basketball myself. When I go to the gym, you know what I'm saying? I've played with people that play like him. I've played with tall motherfuckers that are big and all they do is run through the lane like a fucking running back, push you, offensive foul you, and then lay it up and kick it out. That's not the true art and essence of basketball, period. And on a personal level, if I see a nigga walking down the street right now with a purse and he's proclaiming to be, masculine, I'm not agreeing with that. That's my opinion on a personal level and a business level. I want to shout out Raymond Ramon or Raymond Jackson. He says, is anybody going to feel sorry for me when I commit a crime and they take me away from my children and I'm American? And I think he was just alluding to what I was saying. And that's pretty much what we're saying. We know the laws. None of us are children here. You know what I'm saying? And we know the consequences. And when you take that risk, like every drug dealer, every person that steals a candy bar from a store, you know the risk you're taking. If it come, you got to eat it. That's the definition of being mature. That's the definition of being self-aware. You know what I'm saying, John? That's all, I was pretty much trying to say about that. Do I feel bad? I'm human. Yeah. Nobody want to see that. But that's why every decision you make is so vital. And you don't realize how vital and important and crucial every decision you make is until you become of that enlightenment. And that's what this channel is for. Oh, shit. You still here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My computer went out a little bit.
Damn, man. Obama after you, though? For real?
I think it's Trump.
You over there, you got some red wine, sir?
I got Budweiser today. I got time. Budweiser. I have to get Budweiser. You talking about LeBron? I got to get Budweiser for his ass.
You got the lime?
I got the Budweiser now.
You got straight up or you got the line?
Nah, I need a straight raw. I'm cooked. All that shit.
Oh shit. All right, well, man, look, and like I said, man, and this is with me. At the end of the day, I'm a man. I'm a man first, and I can debate or disagree with another man or female, but there's always gonna be respect. But I'm definitely gonna say, I'm gonna present my opinions and on before anything else. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna present what I feel are facts, and then I'm gonna give you my opinion. At the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's why, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, John. Like you on, I'm about to send high reacts an invite. I'm gonna see if you're gonna curse me out real quick. I'm just playing. But we're gonna see. And that's why I'm surrounding myself with people that
but the thing, like honest chat. I think your moon is here, Capricorn right now, but the thing about it, the person that said you was too personal, I got to like 30% agree with them. Remember? Because it's weird that I just said the same thing. I was like that's a lot of hate for somebody that's wearing a purse, but the dude you look up to wear tight jeans. So it's
now let me just stop you there.
Oh no, don't stop me. Stop me. Why you want to stop me? Don't stop me.
Because I just want to say this. I'm gonna let you rock. I don't idolize him. I don't look up to him. I feel like he's just the most skilled offensively and defensive player than LeBron. That's it. I don't look up to none of these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
I respect that. But it's like saying, like, if you speak on both parties regarding their skills versus what they wearing, versus how they talk, versus how they treat their kids. Once you get in that area, it becomes more personal. Like some people, like heavy pissed on a girl. You see what I'm saying? Some people like R. Kelly, they don't care if he pissed on a girl, but they say you can't take away his music. It's good. You know what I mean? Some people can't stand R. Kelly and they stop listening to his music. Those people take it personal. So, like me personally, I can go in on LeBron on a personal level. I could pull up things that the news media ain't even probably speaking about it because he kind of own it. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, as far as the school-wise, was that smart political, because it seemed like a smart political decision for him. As far as his basketball career, like, is he one of the top 5 dead or alive? I would give him that for his accomplishments, not how he accomplished it. See what I'm saying? So I think like Kevin Durant, like personally, and I had this debate before. And I said Kevin Durant is underrated. Like I would debate with somebody. He's underrated, undergraded, and he don't get acknowledged for possibly being the best of all time. Possibly being the best. He's like a bootleg. Like a lot of young kids don't know about him. You know what I mean? Because
but wait, you feel like Kevin Durant is not better than LeBron right now?
Well, I'm not going to say that per se because I don't watch sports. You know, when I used to watch sports, it was like 98, 2000, or whatever case may be. But you know what I mean? I would go off of statistics. I would go by who got more rings, you know, who won more championships. I'll go off of that. I'll go by just like when they say a rapper is hot. Is he on the radio? No, but you got to hear what he said. I don't want to hear what he said. That's your personal shit talking about what he said. The nigga ain't making no records. You know, I had a debate with my man Low one time, and he was trying to show me a rapper, and he was like, yo, this nigga's the hottest of all time. I said, is he on radio? No. Is he on BET? No. Is he on the billboards? No. Let's check his network. Okay, all that shit is fucked up. I can't say he's the hottest. You going by lyrics. I'm going by accomplishment. So when you tell me somebody's a hot rapper, I need to know, like, if I jump in my car in the morning, do I hear him? Now that's statistics. That's based off of stats. So when you say,
okay, but wait, let me stop you right there. You're going by accomplishments, but you know Nas never won a Grammy, but they turned around and said he's the lyricist of the forever, right?
That was in a magazine. Yeah, that was a magazine.
Right. So, but Nas never won a Grammy. He never got that accomplishment, but everybody looks at him, or the majority of people in the hip hop culture look at him as the greatest lyricist of this genre. So, in my opinion, accolades don't mean shit because LeBron has 3 rings off the backs of other players. So there goes the accolades.
If I agree with that, right, then I can name somebody that's I might think better than LeBron, because I'll be like, well, if that's the case, then we can name like a whole bunch of people that people think that's better than Nas. I mean, I meant to say Nas, people that's better than Nas or whatever. Just because, again, that's an accolade. That's going off of the fact that
I'm gonna welcome High too. High Reacts, welcome to the motherfucking stream. But what I want to say is, and if you were telling the truth, if somebody listens to whoever you bring up, whoever you introduce or talk about, and they are lyrically spitting better and their songs are, you know, realer, then that's a fact in reality. So that's just how I look at it. Hi, what's up, Big High? What's up, big homie? How you feeling, man? How your day going?
Man, y'all wilding, man. Y'all wilding.
How we wilding?
You going in? You go. See, you should be exempt from talking about LeBron, and you already know I'm not a LeBron guy. But you too emotional when to get them. Your opinion.
I'm not emotional. Don't use that word. I'm not emotional at all. I'm stating straight facts.
Low key.
No, you are.
Straight facts.
Let him finish.
Straight facts, though. So don't say I'm emotional. I'm saying straight facts.
You being defensive.
It's not a criticism. It's just an observation. And you know how I feel about LeBron. You know I'm a Jordan guy all day.
Let's get it.
You know this. But generally when you start judging LeBron, I don't know if you ever listen to yourself when you start talking about him, but you get kind of wound up.
Because I hate him. I'm telling you.
That's personal, bro.
Hold on. Nah, listen. Let him
rock, John. Let him rock.
I want to make the point that he's making. You saying you're not emotional about him, and you saying you hate him. Hate is an emotion. You are like highly emotional. You in denial of that emotion.
Well, I do. If you want to talk about that, emotionally, I hate him. But when I talk about his personal life, I'm stating facts. When I talk about his professional career, I'm stating facts. Go ahead.
Listen, I will say this about the man. No different than how I feel about. See, people get me fucked up and they get me twisted as far as where I lie in a lot of different things because I'm objective. I can see any point of view. Like people who say they hate Trump. I don't hate Trump. I think Trump. I think he would be less in the spotlight if he wasn't petty. Him arguing with an NBA player or him arguing with football players, that shit is petty because he holds the most powerful seat in the world, and that's no different. Him arguing with them is like KD arguing with fans talking about he a snake. The fuck is you worried about it for? You know what I'm saying? You in a different place in life. Your problems. You should have bigger problems than those problems we got. And I don't even think we should have those problems if we was really focused on what it is we trying to do in life. But as far as you, fam, you get wound up about this man.
Let me just say this real quick. The truth is going to hurt a human being regardless of what their status is. Go ahead.
Facts. It's a bitter, hard pill to swallow. That pill hurts, man. The truth pill. I just got into a debate with an old cat yesterday about truth. This motherfucker, he been following me around on Facebook ever since then, trying to prove me wrong. I'm gonna tell you, me and this cat's argument stems from, he said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And I laughed at him, and he said, have you never heard that? I told him, I said, yeah, I heard it. I said, but that's incorrect to me. I said, the enemy of your enemy is still your enemy. He just undeclared. And he was mad. And I said, listen, bro. I said, if you think every motherfucker who bring you flowers is your friend and every motherfucker who piss on you is your enemy, you're going to be twisted up in life. Because it's not that way. You got to judge this shit as it comes. And like I said, as far as you and LeBron, fam, I know how you feel about him. But I dislike him too. I dislike him as a player, though. I think as a man, he handled his business with his kids. He always there to support his kids. As far as I know, he ain't really beat his wife.
But he fucking up his kid's life right now. He out here on the bench. He out here on the bench, you know, holding team meetings for his kid's team. You think his kid respects that?
But
his kid don't respect that.
His shorty, look at his shorty thriving though. His shorty ain't out here in these streets shooting people and robbing people and hustling D, he could be in a worse spot. You know what I'm saying? LeBron could be a worse human being. It's a lot of cats out here who mad shady and shiesty as fuck.
All right, let me hold on, Haas. Let me use one example of what Haas saying. You can take somebody like Young Jeezy. Young Jeezy is in the newspaper bragging about his son going to school, but he's rapping about people selling drugs and dope. So when I can see LeBron's, if it's true, I don't know, but if LeBron's making sure his kids is doing good, again, this is why I said you do take it personal, because like even they say his kids might not like him. Like that's kind of a low blow towards anybody kids. And you know what I mean? I didn't see no film coverage of his kids not liking him. You know, my other I seen LeBron kids being forced to play basketball. I didn't see LeBron kids, so I don't know his personal life to speak on it. That's why I said I don't look at him in a personal way. Like I said, I go off his stats, I go off his basketball, I go off him off an NBA player. See what I'm saying? Even what the brother said about Trump, I personally disagree with him. You know what I mean? Said, okay, he think Trump is no. Trump always been a racist. It's in his DNA. His father's a racist. It's in his DNA. He inherited his money. He is a known racist. You know what I mean?
feel like
no, I don't think Trump dope. Let me make that clear. I don't think he dope. I just said that he mad petty. I don't think he would be in the spotlight as much for the fuck shit if he wouldn't be as petty as he is. I could care. I don't give a fuck about no presidential shit. I got problems.
He's petty because he's a Gemini.
Yeah, that could be true. He mad petty. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. For him to be arguing with an NBA player, do he need to be talking to presidents, senators, and shit? You on Twitter talking about? I mean, essentially, it's monkey shit.
Let me look at it like this. Let's say if I was coaching him. Listen, Trump, stop responding to the media. Stop responding to the basketball players. Stop responding to the rappers. You are president. I never known a president that tweet back and try to shut somebody's campaign down, a football game and all. Yeah, so I can give you
the bullshit.
Super petty.
Like how he was with LeVar Ball. That doesn't make any goddamn sense.
I never even seen a president tweet back at somebody that said something.
Listen, if you look at all the past presidents, them motherfuckers wasn't doing nothing. You barely heard from them unless they was giving the State of the Union.
And when they tweet back, yeah, like you said, when they tweet something, it's like a big thing in the air they have to address. But this dude will address Trump is ball and he will attack you.
See, I'm gonna tell you right now what's popping. I just thought about it because the homie and low key know how I feel about him. That's my man. They low key been around. I went back. I was checking out my subs the other day, and you've been subbed for over a year. I thought I was just now fucking with you, but we've been rocking for over a year. So I know you. I feel like I know you pretty good. You is sipping right now.
Who, me?
You sipping right now, and you extra heated.
No. Hi. You said I was subbed to you for a year?
What's your last name?
I ain't gonna say that on the internet.
It would start with a C?
Yeah.
Yeah, under a different account.
Cause look, I remember that I was watching you before I started the channel, and that's why I said you, Super Sly, a lot of YouTubers were the reasons why I even started this whole shit.
Yeah, I saw. I was checking. I was going through the other day, and I saw it, and I was like, "Damn, fam been around for a minute." But that's how I know that. Like right now, normally you really don't like him, but right now you seem really, really upset with my man's. Way more than when I said I wanted to fight him.
It's because of this article. It's saying that Donald Trump. They're saying that Donald Trump called Don Lemon and LeBron James dumb and dumber. And in my opinion, all three of them are fucking dumb because at the end of the day, we all know Donald Trump is dumb. All the shit he does, we don't even have to speak on that. Don Lemon is dumb because he's a fucking, I can't say that. I'm not even gonna say that. But he supports the left. He's not an open-minded. He's not an open-minded individual. He rides for the left, even if it fucking brings down everybody, all of society. And then you got LeBron. He's out here. LeBron's so stupid. He's out here saying he's the best player in the world. After he lost the NBA Finals. How stupid are you? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. How you the best player in the world and you losing?
Yeah, that's pretty valid though, man. But I mean,
that's it. That's all I'm saying.
My man seems he seemed, but he good though, right? Can you admit that that man is good?
He played. Listen, Hot. I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart. When I go play ball, I've played with niggas that was 6 whatever, and they can't dribble. They have no crossover. They have no step back. They have no shot. But what they can do is run through your ass and make a layup, and that is LeBron James. And the NBA allows him. The NBA allows him the offensive foul and get these soft ass fouls. You know what I'm saying? When he goes up. So yes, if you're making layups and field goal layups and free throws, and he can't even really make free throws. He's what, 70% from the line? So how is he the greatest player in the world? He can't even make free throws. I'm stating facts here. I'm not talking about his personal life, none of that.
No, but is he good though?
No, he's not good to me. In my personal opinion.
In the top, listen, I don't. Fam, let me.
That doesn't take skill.
I'm not a LeBron fan, but you trying to tell me he's not a top 3 player?
No. Because if I was his size, or you were his size, or John was his size, and all you had to do was run through the person in front of you and make a layup or kick it out to a shooter that makes shots he can't make himself, why is he getting all this credit?
Fam, he basically a walking triple-double, man.
Yes, because he holds the ball for the whole game. And then, like I said, he plays 1-4. He runs past the person in front of him, so he's gonna get that 10 points for the points. He's gonna get the assist because he's gonna, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna double him when he gets to the rim. So he's gonna get the 10 assists from kicking it out. Okay, if Child could pass the ball, and then the 10 rebounds, he's always in the post for the rebound. That's it. You only need 10, 10, and 10. That's it. It's very simple. It's very simple in my opinion.
But then how come everybody else ain't doing it?
Russell Westbrook just did it, and he got kicked out of the first round by the Utah Jazz.
All right, that's 2 people.
The reason why I feel like he's able to do it is because of his physical size, and also the fact that his teammates allow him to hold the ball for the majority of the game. They run the LeBron system. That's why I feel like he's allowed to do that. If he ran a traditional system, he would not be as you call him, a walking triple-double, in my opinion.
Hey, where John Hardy at, fam?
I don't know. He might be making a ham sandwich or something.
Yeah, that shit is. I don't know. I heard you read the article earlier about what they were saying, like the introduction to the whole LeBron thing with Trump calling him dumb and dumber, and they saying that he is like keeping families from this and from that and shit. That's a very biased portrayal of the situation, man.
Yeah,
and that's why people fuck
that's
the media.
What I was saying. If you're gonna write the article, I mean, I don't know if they're obligated to. I don't think they are obligated to.
No, actually you are. As being part of the media, your thing, unless you're Fox News or CNN, which they both lean a certain way. But if you're part of the independent media, your obligation is to be objective. Otherwise, why do you exist?
Oh, but you know what? I actually got to argue with you on that. There was this law that was repealed. It's called the Smith-Month Act, and it since it was repealed, it allows the mainstream media to promote propaganda that benefits the government. So right now we're in a situation. You should look it up. Right now we're in a situation where the media is allowed to promote propaganda since after they repealed that. So they can say whatever the fuck they want to be honest.
And then that's the main reason that people go to the alternative media for their news. That's why news stations are dying.
That's a fact.
That's why newspapers are gone.
My question to you is, why don't they respect alternative media the same way they respect the mainstream media?
The alternative media got to keep doing work. Like the shit Star be doing, You gotta have more of that, and you gotta have people who support. We don't. A lot of the alternative media don't support one another. We don't go to war for one another. We don't. That's why anytime anybody, like when you stream or you post a video, and then I hear somebody say, like, if somebody disagree with you, that's fine. But when they disagree with you on some monkey shit, some clown shit, that's when I go to war about it, because hey, we out here fighting, man. We out here trying to do our thing and just put the facts out there. And when you question, and when you come at one of us with some fuck shit, then that kind of rubs me in a certain way, and I don't like that shit.
And you know, why you here? I want to ask you this question because I was talking to content creators on YouTube. I was talking to Super Sly 75. I was talking to Dame's World. These are content creators on YouTube. You guys should check them out. Everybody listening should check them out. But as far as this school, they were telling me if it sounds too good to be true, finish the rest. As far as his school situation, he really just looks like a black face to this systematic indoctrination system. And I know in the chat you said it doesn't matter where they build a school. If the person isn't willing to learn, I might have to disagree with you. I feel like, I feel like what these players need to be doing, or these people of status need to be doing, is building communities and, bringing black children together and teach them, break the system by teaching them the real black history of their own people. And that would break the system of the programming. And then from there, you will see generations flourish, and it will be, the matrix will be fucking broken, in my personal opinion.
I feel what you're saying, and I've always respected that out of you, that you have a personal, you love the race, and you want more for the race. You want more. You want us to prosper and to go and live as kings and queens as we should. But I'm just going to give you the plain reality of the situation.
Before you get into that, I appreciate you for saying that, because a lot of niggas hate me when I say shit like that. But you got that's shit. That's what people should want for human beings in general. You know what I'm saying? Not just for black folks, for the survival of the human race. That's what people should want. That's nothing wrong with that being positive, man. People think being positive is being soft, and that's some weird shit. That's borderline. You need to see some fucking some help. You need to get a fucking doctor in your life. But shit like that, the only thing that bothers me with your premise is when I lived in Jersey City, man. When I was in the 6th grade, I got skipped to the 7th, and it's kind of like in certain situations, a person almost can't learn because of what's around. Because whether you know it or not, I mean, you know it, or whether you want to acknowledge it or not, some motherfuckers is just evil, man, and they don't want nothing better for nobody else. They don't want nothing better for them, and they don't want nothing better for you. And when you stroll through the hood and you see the things that you see, the reason you see that is because it's being accepted by everybody. Nobody's doing a goddamn thing to make that shit better. That's a fact.
Not a single goddamn thing. And it's not so much, the dope dealer ain't the problem. The dope dealer ain't the problem. The dope dealer is part of the problem. But the biggest problem is the people who accept him being out there on the corner and doing shit to your own fucking people.
That's a fact.
I watched the documentary today. Let me tell you the realest thing about this documentary. I watched the documentary of drug lords, and every drug lord that I watched, from Escobar to the Cali cartel, all these people took their product and exported it from their people. The very last one I saw was Frank Lucas. You know what he did with his product? He flooded that shit in Harlem. He took his product and flooded that shit in Harlem, fam. Wow. He had the Harlem streets was raggedy, full of doped up dead black folks on every fucking corner. Wow. And that's the thing. Me personally, I wouldn't build a goddamn thing in the hood until the hood showed me that it was ready to change. Because motherfuckers is accepting the fucking predator preying on the little ass girls, or the cat on the corner selling dope.
But you know what, Hyde, that kind of disappoints me because you refer to Malcolm X a lot, man. When you be going live, you refer to Malcolm X a lot, man. And I would think you would know that it's not just going to, these motherfuckers are programmed. They're going to accept whatever the fuck it is presented to them. It's going to take that one person risking their life to deprogram their people for shit to change.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you, as not even just as black people, as a human race, we've only de-evolved. We haven't evolved. We're going backwards to the point to where physically we're in bad health, and mentally we're in worse health because we rely on machinery to do everything. We're going in reverse. We're switching roles. Men are becoming women, and women are becoming men. The norm is not the norm anymore. The battle is getting crucial, and I'm telling you, I'm gonna recommend you read something, and I want you to really check it out. I want you to go read The Art of War. Right. Your love for the people, and I'm not just talking about black people. Your want for people for them to change, and you don't involve yourself. I'm telling you, for your own mental health, do not emotionally invest yourself in the other people. You can't. I'm telling you, don't do it. And I'm telling you that because I love you as a homie. I love you as a black man. I love you as a king. Don't do that to yourself because that's only setting yourself up for disappointment. The world is not ready yet. And they're showing you on a daily basis that it's not ready. When it's time for the world was ready, when the civil rights activists were out and everybody was going hard in the paint, and that was the biggest change in American history, man. If it's not the biggest change, one of the biggest changes. The world was ready then. It's not ready right now. It's not ready for that. And we don't have that one person yet. We just don't. It's a crab in the barrel situation right now. Not only with black folks, just as people in general. The minute one motherfucker make it to the top, somebody dragging you to the bottom. Just look in your comments, fam. Look at your comments and see how many motherfuckers shitting on you for telling the facts. And that's not a big deal, but I'm just saying that's a microcosm of a larger issue in the world. It's not ready yet. And I look at Malcolm X. I look at Malcolm X because people think he was always just philosophical. He was bare bones. He was bare bones. He just broke it down to the lowest common denominator. He wasn't out there just fucking around trying to out-talk somebody out. It's common sense. This whole shit is. It's not hard, man. We make it hard. And I'm telling you, the world ain't ready for the revolution yet. We still de-evolve. When we get to the point of extinction, that's when it's going to happen. That's when it happened for the Jews. That's when it happened for the Indians. They were almost wiped out before the revolution took place and put them back on the map. And now look at the Jews. They run everything.
Yeah, these cave dwellers out here and took over everything. I'm just
but look, I'm gonna tell you what a cat told me the other day. He said the cave dwellers only been ruling the world for 400 years. We as black people been ruling it for 10,000 years. What happened?
It was actually longer than that. The cave dwellers can go back to like probably the time of the Bible, 2000. We been on this planet before the sun existed.
But John, can I just say something real quick? I'm gonna let you rock. Whenever they bring up black people and they say go back to Africa, it's like you motherfucking cave dwellers came over here and slaughtered the people that was here before you, and now you telling everybody else to kick rocks to go back where you from.
You know what
you get off doing that?
You know what I usually tell them if they tell me to go back to Africa, I tell them lead by example, because first of all, there was blacks in America that actually, the ancestors that didn't come from Africa, that they called Indians. You know what I mean? They didn't come from Africa. Africa was another place. Europe was all black. So I'll tell them, go find out where you came from first. And when you go back to, because you're not native to nowhere on this planet, Mr. White Man. You're not native. You can't, a white person can't say where they come from. So I kind of laugh at that. Like the brother said, I don't put my emotions into that conversation. I'll be like, my
native to a cave, John.
They didn't. No. Here's the funny part. They didn't even come from a cave. if the history is correct, we put them in a cave. We don't know where they come from. We put them. We crossed the sand. We put them in a cave. Because
how do we do that?
Because way back in time, they was going around doing things. So where the Africans, the sand Africans, you know what I mean? They were doing things in Africa, killing and stuff like that. So we snapped out and we crossed them over the desert sand. So if you see, like, if you hear some like a Masonic, one of the Masonic saying is that we walked over the sand. In reality, we didn't walk over no sand. We was on horses and we walked those white beasts, the white beasts. We walked them over the sand and we put them in a cave. And if you do the research on that cave, it's where black people lived. And in the Bible, it speaks about how I think Noah, one of these people in the Bible, freed them, which was actually the Moors who taught them how to bathe. The Moors taught the white people how to bathe. So we put them in a cave, and we should have left them there. They came back, and then they went to Australia, back to India, back to Africa, tore up Europe, and now they're here in America. That's fact.
But if you think about it, if you really think about it, nothing. That's even more reason to be fucking disappointed. That's even more reason to be disappointed, especially considering our heritage and where we came from and where we are right fucking now.
Yeah, so when they came out,
that's what the disappointment.
When they came out of that cave, you know, they just like made sure that would never happen again. And, you know, they brainwashed them with a form of Christianity. I'm not saying Christianity is fake, but the form of Christianity brainwashed us with. You know, they gave us a Bible, close your eyes, pray. We gave them the land. They gave us the Bible. Here the fuck we are today. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So we're dealing with people who look at black people as being dumb. White people, just like we can look at LeBron James, you know, white people look at him and Jordan and the rest of the basketball sellouts or whatever, because none of them building no communities. None of them building.
See, that's why I say, that's why I always say, if you, the best thing you can do for anybody is try to put them on to some kind of knowledge or education. Because if I feel like if you actually sat a young man down and let him know where his roots truly are, where you truly stem from, and look how you out here acting. Look at the shit you saying and doing, and how you not embarrassed. You should be out here conducting yourself like a fucking king.
Fact.
And look how you out here. Look how you out here with the fuck shit, man.
The thing about it is that we waste our time trying to talk to people that's of a certain age or whatever the case may be. Now,
and that's what I told Low Key. And I told him, I said a lot of people not ready.
You got to bring the 13-year-old, 12-year-olds and make them men before they become men, because back in the days, even the 5%ers, the Illuminatis, you can name them all. They recruited people even at the age of 12 and 13, because that's a subliminal number as far as the starting rite of passage.
You said 13, John?
Yeah, 13 is that number where you start becoming 12 and 13. 12 for a female, 13 for a man, where we wasn't a teenager. We went from 1 to 13. We was a man. We wasn't a boy. We wasn't a teenager. So at a person at 13 years old, that dude should know how to fix cars, pick up a gun. He should know all about credit, finance, and all that. You know what I mean? We got to start teaching them at this age how to grow food in the backyard when you ain't got to go to the what's the name, you know what I mean? Teaching them about dieting and what type of food to eat versus meat and dairy products, that food that kill us. See what I'm saying? And then we got to educate them on finance at the age of 4, 5, and 6, where they should be able to master that shit at 13. And the female should know how to cook, clean, and wash and take care of her home and be a provider for the home at the age of 12. She should have all the qualities of a wife, and he should have all the qualities of a husband, brother, father, sister. But now we go through the stupid system. By the time we come out of school, we still don't know nothing about education. We still don't know nothing. We know the false history. We still don't know nothing about some people don't even know how to tie their shoes. Their communication is off. You see people, they be like coming out with a master's degree, but they talking, they not like that, like the brother said. Speak like a king. Speak like you got a master's degree. You know what I mean? So we got to teach people, like LeBron said, new school swag, I said, no, don't do that. No, new school kings, new school queens. Let's use words because words hold power. The power of spelling is rooted in the word of spell. So when you say certain things, you can bring it back to manifesting yourself.
Come on, John, let's go.
You can bring it back to manifesting yourself. So when we teach these kids, for instance, listen, you're a Gemini. Gemini rules. Now, if you surgically open your body and you look at both sides of your lungs, it's shaped like a vine of grapes. You need to be eating grapes all your life. See what I'm saying? When we looking at stuff like that, but by the time these kids finish school, the only thing they know is how to kiss, how to fuck. That's the body parts they learn. Instead of saying, oh, my liver rules this and my kidney rules this. They should be a master at that at 13. I don't drink.
And see, the thing I was telling the homie was that's not what's valued in today's society, though. But when you catch this is the example I told people. I said, listen, y'all shit on Ben Carson, you laugh at him. I said, you do all this shit because you don't agree with his ideology. I said, and that's fine. I said, I don't have no problem with that. Feel how you feel. I said, but understand, this dude not no ignorant dude out here. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
To us, we shit on Ben Carson. We idolize 50 Cent. Don't get me wrong. I like 50. I like where he came from. I like where he at now. But when you sit here and look at the two men, you'll shit on Ben Carson because of the way his ideology, instead of taking away from him that this man is educated. He can get into the cage with you mentally and you'll be done. That's what you need more of. You need more educated people. You don't need no more basketball players. You don't need no more fucking football players. What you need is doctors, lawyers, motherfucking scientists. A lot of people don't know Myron Rowe, Samari Rowe's brother or what something. He opted not to even go to the NFL, bro. He went to fucking Oxford. One of the leading neuro surgeons in the world. But we don't talk about that. What we talk about is loving hip hop.
That's a fact.
And that's why I tell you we ain't ready. We ain't ready yet because there's not enough people out here asking questions. There's only people listening. Ain't nobody talking, everybody listening. Ain't nobody holding no dialogue. And instead of having dialogue and debate, we have argues and shit on somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Fact,
and I don't have time for that.
Hi, I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you up, brother. We're gonna slow down. We gotta slow down for a second, baby.
Oh, no doubt. Hey, listen, I gotta get out of here anyway, fam. I gotta get out of here, man. I appreciate fucking with y'all, man. That was some good. Nothing makes me feel better than I did.
Hi, real quick. I wanted to introduce. I didn't even get a chance to introduce you to John or the Mike Jordan of exposing Illuminati on YouTube. Super Slide 75.
Hey, peace to y'all, man. Peace to y'all.
John Hardy is the Astro Enlightenment coach / author. You know, hopefully you guys can come on tomorrow and chop it up on Real Rap. And you know, also Super Slide 75. You know, hopefully you guys can chop it up. He does a lot of great content, man. So hi, tell them where they can find you before you get up out of here.
Shit, no, just mainly on my YouTube page, man. At High Reacts with a Z, man. If you want, anytime I'm streaming, feel free to jump in the stream. If I can send you the link, jump in there. I don't give a fuck, man. I just want to chop it up.
You know, and hi, I want to go back to what you said, man. I love you too as a king, bro. You know, like you said, I've been subscribed to you before I even opened up a channel, man. And like I said, you guys are the channel with a reason why I opened up a channel, man. Because you guys gave me the confidence not to come out and be scared of telling the truth. In this matrix assimilation, whatever we living in, you feel me? So I definitely appreciate all of y'all kings. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I told you, anytime I'm in your shit and I see somebody trying to tear you down on some bullshit reason, I'm gonna go to war for you. I'm not gonna let that happen because we only out here trying to promote what's good. You know, we ain't trying to tell you to go out here and smoke no crack. We trying to tell you to get your mind right. That way you don't have to deal with crack.
But at the same time, if I catch you being personal with LeBron James, I'm gonna check you as a brother. I'm gonna check you.
No doubt. No doubt, fam. Hey, man, I'm gonna get at y'all, man. Y'all be good, man. Be safe out there.
Link up with me.
Hey, no doubt. Hit me. Hey, leave me your Gmail or something. That way I can send you mine. Or you know what I'm saying?
All right, I got you.
That way we speak up.
All right, peace, King.
No doubt.
Super Slide. What's up,
Super Slide 75.
Hey, what's going on?
Mike Jordan of exposing this Illuminati shit on YouTube.
No,
said, hold on, fam. I don't mean to cut you off, but you said you was gonna fall back. What happened?
I am. This is me falling back. No, I'm waiting to get the list of stuff I can and can't talk about from now on. I ain't get the list yet. So until I get the list, I'm gonna act a fool.
I can talk about it. That number 23. Number 23 represents Illuminati.
He said I could talk about it. I want to thank you for joining me, Sly. I guess I caught you at a good time, man. Whenever you got to dip, go ahead and do what you got to do, brother. But I see you got your lucky hat on today, so hopefully you can turn up. You can turn up. You know what I'm saying? But we were just pretty much talking about, huh? What'd you say, John?
His pops was a sacrifice. Yeah, I said that. Take that. Michael Jordan pops was a sacrifice. Illuminati sacrifice.
Oh, Michael Jordan pops. Oh shit.
Yep, sacrifice.
But we were just talking about, Donald Trump calls LeBron and Don Lemon dumb and dumber. How do you feel about that? Are you aware of that? Did you catch up on that? I know you know everything.
I've seen it. You know what? I'm not like everybody else. It doesn't trigger me. I don't put athletes on pedestals anyway. And if you know how Don Lemon is, why would you even care what Don Lemon shits on black folk more than anybody? Or, so why would you even care what Donald Trump has to say? What's funny? When the powers that be tell you what time it is, and you still don't take, because they have to tell you what the plan is, whatever form, media, it is, as long as they honor their oath and their creed to tell you what it is, Hegelian dialect, they have to tell you what's going on, and y'all they still don't get it. Like I can't get triggered. I refuse to get triggered.
If they don't tell us what's going on, what's going to happen to them?
They have checks and balances in place to make sure it gets done, but that's they have to. That's to them is like as much as they steal our identities, and as much as they have to remind us. You have a small faction of people that are tired of impersonating us, like real shit. You have a small faction of them, and this is why they're allowed to tell you in certain movies and songs and stuff like you're the real deal. It's you guys. They tell you in law that the 14th Amendment tells you once you claim your proper state and all that good stuff, get back to your as the what is it? Not the custodian, but the over the trust. It's I don't want to get long with it, but they have to. Like that's a lot of them when they set up these oaths. That was the agreement. Say, look, y'all can be us, but you have to remind these people every once in a while, because every once in a while they'll let a few in. Once they see that, okay, something, let's go ahead and bring you in. That's why they let in a few at a time. And then those that do give them the proper state, they can't go back and tell the rest of the people, or they can't exactly tell you what the situation is. They give you little bits and pieces. When Rick Ross says Knights Templar, okay, he gives you bits and pieces here and there. And people was going nuts over Jay-Z's 444. Come on, man, like that's trinkets.
It's crazy because if you turn it upside down, it's 666. Yeah. That's what I saw on a lot of people's timelines or whatever. Shit. But I had a question for you, but I completely forgot. But it's just crazy how you store all this information, man. And I definitely respect that about you, man. Every time that I go onto your channel, I genuinely learn something new that I had no information about, that I can't find anywhere else. And I'm just trying to understand why more people, they don't, you're not like a magnet to more people. You feel me?
It's funny, and this goes for everybody's channel. Like, trust me, celebrities watch us. I can't lay it out any more plain than that. Trust me, they watch us as much as we watch them on TV. They watch us even more in our regular lives.
Van Lathan is the perfect Van Lathan. He comes out with a Red Pill podcast. That was the truth to the community.
I mean, even take the episode with Kendrick Lamar. When he mentioned the Tower of Babel, and how he was trying to say that the Puerto Ricans and the native blacks were one and the same. Like, they slipped that in there. It's just up to you to be cognizant to catch it. And if not, that's on you. At the end of the day, they'd be like, well, we told you, so you can't be mad at us because we tell you all the time. And that's legit. You can't be mad.
My question to you is, how do we, the same tactics they use to program us, how do we counter deprogram them?
Okay, so here's the ugly truth. Like, let's take Farrakhan's documentary getting dropped by Netflix, right? Now we had the whole Willie D situation with YouTube. Okay, this is their platform. This is their stuff. And let's be honest, not enough black people want to join Black Junction TV or Black Avenger TV. No diss to those situations, but trust me, black folk in droves do not want to be just seen on independent black channels. They want the mainstream. They want to be seen by everybody, whites, Asians, Arabs, whoever the fuck. It's just like trying to convince a rapper to stay independent when he has a chance to go to the majors. Like, you can't compete with that. It's something about that validation on a mainstream level that's hard to walk away from. It's extremely hard. So as much as everybody wants to complain about YouTube and the pay rates and the censoring, how are you going to get on their platform and then complain about how they do their platform? That's like when you go to the fair and you know the games are rigged, but you want to get mad at the person because the game is rigged. Well, don't play the fucking game. Or you create your own platform. More than likely what's going to happen, your people are going to reject you because it's not cool. There's not enough white folk behind it to validate it. I don't want to be seen by black people alone. I want to be seen by everybody. That's what no one wants to talk about.
That's a fact. And you know, LeBron came out and said that basketball is comes second in his life. Being a role model comes first. And you know, the first thing that came to mind with me was, you know, how is that possible when you a grown man wearing a purse? So with me, it's like, you know, I'm aware that you personally, you know, you have a daughter, but if you had a son, how would you, you know, how does that statement agree with you? Is he being truthful?
No. You know, it's funny. I love how they allow athletes to build things, entertainers to build things, but they'll never allow a real live entrepreneur or real live businessman to build something for real. That's the narrative. I wouldn't send my kid to no motherfucker I am LeBron James school. Fuck out of here. Like, really? You're an athlete. You know what? This is how you should look at athletes, entertainers, as court jesters, because they are paid to entertain. When I pay my money and I watch you jump around and run, jump, catch, slide, I'm entertained by that. Thank you, dancing monkey. You have done your job well. I have been entertained. Now be dismissed. I turn you on, I turn you off. That's it. That's it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And it's such a shame. And it's unfortunate, man, that people, they don't know how to walk out of that programming. You watch the show, like you just said, you watch the show, you're entertained, you're distracted for the time being, and then you go back to, you know, your priorities. You know what I'm saying? And like we were just talking about earlier in the stream, and I actually emailed you about this, as far as his school, everybody's, you know, all up in arms. They're so happy. They're like, wow, he's making a school. This is another, you know, to them, this is another example of his greatness, his legacy. But I feel like for people like us, it's like, okay, he's not really stepping outside of, you know, the narrative. He's not stepping outside of the agenda. He's just a black face to the systematic indoctrination. You know what I'm saying, Sly?
I agree. And I love how black folk are like, oh, he put up $100 million of his own money. How do you know that? You know that?
Right.
Same thing with remember a few years ago, it was Diddy with his charter school. Everyone was losing their minds over that. Oh, he put up 90 million of his money. He did? Why? Because they told you so? Okay.
Right.
How's that school doing now? Because ain't nobody been talking about that school.
Right. You know, we were talking about Oprah too, how she built a school in Africa.
And
but we're like, why didn't she build a school over here? If she's a billionaire over here, why didn't she build a school over here?
No, even worse is the girls are getting molested over there.
Oh,
now, how's that?
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, a few of the workers got arrested because the girls are getting molested. Yeah, they don't mention that part.
Yeah, I didn't hear about that at all. I got
down.
suspended on Twitter for bringing that up on Twitter.
Yeah, that's why the school got shut down. It was a black headmistress and a couple of the workers that were molesting the girls.
Wow.
What are you gonna do?
I wish I knew that information when I was going back and forth on Twitter with these people, telling me how perfect, you know, this school was. Wow. I don't even know how to. Wow. That's crazy. And like you said, they leave that shit out. They make sure that they leave that shit out. Well, damn. How you enjoying your Saturday, man? Other than that, you know.
You know, listen, bro, I'm out here pissing people off because, you know, with us, we don't want to do what we have to do, and No one wants to be told what to do, how to do it. Everyone's grown, and everyone has their own agenda. That's fine. So when I make videos about dead fat rappers who didn't take care of themselves, I'm the bad guy. So hey, I be that. I be a Huckleberry. So that's what I've been doing all day today, bro. The last 2 days, pissing people off.
Yeah, and I saw you went live earlier, and I was so tight that I missed that stream, man. I was I was knocked out, man. I was dead asleep, and I regret. I went back and watched like half an hour of it when I checked it out. But I got another question for you, man. You know, during that interview, when Don Lemon interviewed LeBron James, he asked him, would he be interested in running for president, running for office? I guess he was referring to president, and LeBron said no. And then Don Lemon followed up and said, well, what if you were the only person we had left to stop Trump? And then LeBron, you know, he ultimately came to the decision. He said, yeah, I run if no one else was left. Can you imagine in America where LeBron is the president of the United States?
No, because it'll never happen. So we're not. let's not even play that game. That just goes to show you the low comprehension skills of us as a people. Now we all know presidents are selected by bloodlines. What this nigga gonna be? What he gonna do? Why would they let this nigga in with that coming from a single mama? Don't know who his daddy. Nigga, your bloodline ain't. Let's not even waste our time or your brain cells on that bullshit. It just is. This is why you can't save everybody, bro. This is why you have 85ers, 10s, and 5ers. That's it.
It's like, what do we do, man? What do we do? Do we just get a bunch of I don't really want to say this, but I'm gonna say it. Do we get a bunch of real niggas? We gather up and we get our own land and we build our own community. What do we do?
Now here's the problem with that. As much as I love that idea, listen, I would love to go back to segregation. I would love.
Are they gonna do us like Waco?
Every time, if it gets that's what you're looking at. What happened to Waco, Rosewood, all Black Wall Street? They didn't have a military to defend that shit. Or remember, hell, the movement in Philly in '85 when they bombed them, they had no military to protect them. So every time you want to separate and build your own communities, guess what's going to happen? They're going to come in and bomb that shit every time. That's the first problem. Second problem is we are too integrated as a people with them to fully functionally just separate off the grid from it. It can't be done. People are hollering black banks. Well, who runs the banking industry? So why would I waste my time banking with a black bank when I know the Rothschilds run the bank or the Vatican runs the bank? So you still, I might as well just go ahead and deal with them. You look good on paper. Let me get you out the way. Let me go ahead and deal with the real dude. These are my personal opinions, though. Please don't take it as such.
I mean, no, that's why I love talking to you, Slide, man. I definitely respect you as a king, man. But it's like, damn, so like a lot of times I'd be like, shit. Are we just stuck? Are we doomed? Do we have any like solutions so we can get the fuck away from these evil people? You know what I mean? That's because I'm a Taurus. I'm naturally a solutionist. And I just want to figure out, okay, how do we get into a space where we can be productive and move forward as a mankind? You know what I'm saying? But the way it's looking is like, damn, they're gonna come find us, and you know it's gonna be war either way.
Well, I'll do you one better. So let's say you find the brothers they're ready to separate. Fine, we can find a plot of land. Cool. We can even build the houses, the roads. Cool. Do we own the electricity company? So fine, you can do solar panels. That's great. They own the gas. Is it the land next to water? Does the government own the water rights to it? Eminent domain, because they can come in and usurp that through eminent domain anytime they want to. So where can you really go in America, even in the world per se, to fully separate or segregate from them? And on top of that, look what Israel said about the black Africans. We don't want you here. So all them Hebrew Israelites. You talking about Israel is your homeland? They don't go over there and see what happened. We just had a sister get drowned over there 2 weeks ago. Sister from, I forget which state she was from. She was a med student, and she's over there visiting Tel Aviv. They drowned this woman. This woman's found drowned on the beach. They not playing. Wow. They not playing. And this is what people don't understand. This is how far they're willing to go to keep what they have. We are not built like them. We are not a warlike trap. We're not savages. We're not warlike. They are warlike. You want to be an Autobot, you trying to fight a Decepticon, you're going to lose every damn time, despite what the movies and the cartoon tell you. All right?
And that reminds me of that Timothy Cunningham situation when he came out and said, you know, the flu shot, it was the reason why a lot of people were getting sick. Next thing you know, they find him, you know, pretty much in a swamp somewhere.
Yeah, how many black, not even black, but how many holistic doctors have been murdered over the last couple of years?
Yes. Why does nobody care about that? Is it just a conspiracy theory to them?
Well, they don't care. Enough people don't care, but then there's too many people up top that will bring the hammer of God upon you if you go against the system. You know, let's take the cops, for example. If y'all remember the movie with Al Pacino, Serpico, when he went against the NYPD by himself to expose corruption. You know, you know how many times they tried to kill that man, them cops? They wouldn't come back him up when he went on these drug deals and shit when he needed help. They tried to kill this man. Ain't no cop trying to be the next Serpico. So this is why you have the cops running unchecked and running amok. Do I want to say we're doomed? You know, unless you can find me another avenue. Yeah, it's a done deal. Listen, we done had our time. We done built the pyramids. We done built underground caverns. We done did all. We done already peaked out. We've had our peak. I'm sorry. We had a good run, y'all. For real talk. We had a great run, unmatched. But at the end of the day, come on, man. Listen, these Germans aligned with freaking creatures underground that they got technology just waiting to use on motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We had a black man go on a rampage, strangle women, sit here and tell y'all, I'm hearing voices in my head. They use a direct energy weapon upon me, and we laugh at this nigga like, lock this nigga up. Lock this nigga. And you know these weapons, they exist. You know you have military men under mind control shooting up the army bases when they see some things and they don't agree with, and they go ape shit. But we laugh at this man. And like I said, they tell you every time when he breaks the program, when people break the programming and they come out of it for a split second, they tell you what time it is. We still laugh at him. We don't take him serious. So, you know, we don't deserve salvation, if you ask me. I know it sounds harsh, but that's just how I feel, man.
You always come with that harsh truth, man. That's why I respect you. I want to welcome Drea from the Bay to the stream. How are you, Queen?
Hey guys, I'm here, but at the same time, I'm driving, so I'll be in and out of this conversation.
Okay, shit. You got any thoughts on what Super Slide 75 was talking about?
Whatever. Like I said, I'm just listening to you guys. I don't even know what your topic is at the moment. I just came in.
Well, shit. Right now, we talking about how Donald Trump called LeBron James and Don Lemon dumber and dumber. How do you feel about that? Do you feel the president should be referring to them as such?
I feel like, you know, the whole pot and kettle situation, like how can someone such as him call someone else dumb when he says some of the dumbest stuff every day on Twitter? So I just feel like I would say that's the insult, but at the same time, it's like, you know what? This is coming from somebody that wouldn't even make me mad, considering who it's coming from, because that's him. You know, that's what he does, and it's just kind of funny to me, like how he always comes at African American men, black women, but he doesn't go after, you know, people like Steve Kerr or Greg Popovich who say much worse about him. It's just kind of
a great point. That's a great point.
He's always coming at, you know, black people, African American people. And that tweet in itself, to me, that was kind of a racist tweet. It had racist undertones.
That's a great point, Drea. And you already know I respect you as a queen. Super Slide 75, respect you as a king. Mr. John Hardy, I respect you as a king. High Reacts, if you're still listening, I respect you as a king. John, you back?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm glad Hillary shooters didn't get you, man. I'm glad Hillary.
I have to get the red one this time.
Now listen, man. We got Super Sly on right now for the time being, man. I don't think he want to read, and so you know you gotta You can't let him know.
Hey, you know what's funny? I after he read me the last time, I was like, damn, he's so on point. I need to get back to this brother and see how we can rectify the situation and how long my affliction is going to be lasting. I'm dead ass serious. Look, what's your Cash App? What's your PayPal, brother? I'll pay. I'm not playing.
I'm gonna link up with you, brother. I actually got a website. I ain't even put it up yet, but
okay.
Ask your enlightenment. But yeah, you got some. I'm gonna give you some tidbits for this week coming, like Monday and Tuesday. So you know, what I mean, by the end of the week, and you'll be able to fix a lot of things.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Hit me up on
John got too many platforms.
I ain't even put myself out there to keep it 100. You know, I ain't even put myself out there with my platforms yet. But I'm at Astrolife Coach #1 @gmail.com.
Okay, Astrolife. Oh shit, I'm pin jacked up.
Yeah, get that. You got it. Take your time.
Astrolife Coach.
Astrolife Coach 1 @gmail.com.
Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna hit you up right now.
All right, Dre, link up too. Dre from the Bay.
John, I want to ask you a quick question. I want to ask you a quick question, John. Was this moment right here, all of us connecting? Is this destiny, or is this just happened out of randomness?
Nah, this destiny. You know why I say that? I tell a lot of people, like a lot of people going through a certain change right now. So let's take a friend of mine told me they got married at the age of 19, and then I suspect I told them that before they even told me. So it's like a group of individuals is either elevating, evolving, so we're connected while others are descending. So they're separating, you know what I mean? So basically, we're in the age of Aquarius where it's going to be different type of teachers. You got entrepreneurs, people not going to be working too much versus working for some people. So people are connecting on the level of, you know, almost, you could just say a spiritual connection. This is divinely orchestrated, if you ask me. You know what I mean? Because it's weird, like the people I'm talking to, is I'm used to like keeping to myself. I don't speak this when it comes to my astral life, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people understand it. So I taught my nephew this. He's speaking, but he tried to teach, and I said, you can't do that. You know, like the other brother said, Haas, they not ready. So when I speak it to them, I just speak from that standpoint. I won't waste my time trying to teach them. See what I'm saying? And so they'll catch it more. But it's definitely, and I feel the energy of a connection here to a point that, you know what I mean? I can see you personally like blowing up off of this. I can see 1 million subscribers in like 3 months.
Yeah, right.
I'm telling you. I don't
care about the truth, bro.
Nah. It's not whether people care about like the characters of people you got here now. It's going to bring people whether they believe in the truth or not, and that's what will wake them up. See what I'm saying?
You know what's so crazy, John, that you say that? When people hear you, I have subscribers that tell me when they hear you, they're like, wow, like this dude, I'm really into and I'm attracted to that astrology. I'm noticing that so many people, when I'm in other people's live streams, they're like, you know, can we talk about astrology? And that's why I'm so blessed to have connected with you. And even Super Sly, I have people that leave comments that say, hold up, you know Super Sly? You're raggedy ass 100 subscriber channel. You know Super Sly. Even Drea from the Bay. You know, I have, you know, like me and Drea was in a chat the other day, and then we had what was her name? Bad and Bougie. I think her real name is Kelly. She came in and she was like, wow, I love the debate you're having. You know, I love the feminine energy you got going on. So I feel like like I said, I respect all of y'all's king and queens. And you know, while I have y'all here, because you know, our time is limited, I want to bring up HBO real quick. Is HBO, or let me say it like this, does HBO care about black people? And the reason why I say that is, I don't know if you guys are aware, but Aubrey Graham, aka Drake, is coming out, or he's going to be executive producing a TV show on HBO called Euphoria. After the whole blackface situation, you know, you also had Bill Maher self-proclaiming himself as a house nigger on HBO. He also still has a show. Who else? Charlemagne the God is accused of raping a 15-year-old, and then along with all the various things he tweeted about, you know, pretty much insinuating, you know, rape allegedly, he has a show coming out on HBO. Then you also have another show coming out on HBO called Confederate, which is pretty much going to be a show about the an alternate ending of the Civil War, I think it was, where slavery is still legal. So it just really seems like through this pattern that HBO really doesn't give a fuck about black people, in my personal opinion, allegedly. How do you guys feel about that?
I'm gonna take this one real first. I'm gonna take this by the bull by the horn. HBO. I want to say shout out to HBO because they do care about black people. They care about the green money that they give them. You know what I mean? They whitewash the truth. They use a platform.
You in and out, Drea.
Hardy. I was gonna say the same thing.
I can't even hear.
Drea, you glitching out.
I feel like HBO only cares about money. Them they come from. They're in the business to make money. Well,
yeah, that's what I said. All they want is the money. And I also said that they whitewash. They whitewash the black community. So, you know, turning Jesus from black to white, that's what they do with their shows. You know what I mean? And if you look at, like, all the people that came up off of it, Drake and, you know, a lot of people that had their shows on, like, they owe them. So Drake is actually getting an opportunity because of the blackface of a new episode because of what happened. He called in a favor.
Wow.
He called in a favor. Like, yo, dog, I need help. Let's do another show. Let's bring all my old cast together. Let's set this up or whatever the case may be. But it ain't no different than MTV. MTV used to always use black people. That radio show was made off of Salt and Pepper and all those rappers then, and then they went straight white on us.
Wow. Super Slide 75. Does HBO care about black people?
I wouldn't expect them to, but like I said, I'm gonna watch these shows to see what the next move is, or see where things are gonna, what their plan is. That's when I tell people, you know, watch these programs, take your feelings out of it, go to the movies, just objectively look at this stuff, and then take notes. And that's it. That's all you should do from here on out. If you're still going to the movies getting triggered by these silly race movies that got the Black Klansman, if you go to this movie getting upset, oh goddamn, they got them KKK, stop, man. Just then don't go to the movies then, because you doing exactly what they want you to do. Be triggered, give them that energy so they can manipulate you and have you all fucked up when you come home and yell at your kids and yell at your wife. You know, like go learn, see what the plan is, see what gems they're gonna drop from you, and then build from there.
So my question to you is, instead of boycotting, let's figure out what they're trying to tell us. Let's see what the next move is.
Yeah, but do the spook by the door type thing. Because this is one thing for HBO. I will always give them credit for it. The series they did, Too Big to Fail, the whole banking shit. They broke down exactly what happened with the bailouts, the bankings, what Obama did, and how the bank said, okay, you're gonna make us do cash injections to save your asses, then we're gonna hold back these loans from people on purpose. I mean, it was Darren Aronofsky, beautiful, but you never would have gotten that from anybody else or anywhere else if you didn't know a financial expert that was going to tell you the truth. You know, so I take HBO, Netflix, I take them for what they are. That's it, nothing more, nothing less.
John, how you feel about that?
If you ask me, let's go. I'm gonna speak in general. The same thing I can say about.
I want to know how you feel, John.
It don't bother me. It don't bother me because you know what I mean. If like I said, when I speak in general, this is like all broadcast media. There's approximately 4 to 5 Jewish people owning the media. So there's no radio station, TV show. There's no black-owned. Again, I go back to go to college, try to own your own media outlet. You know what I mean? So there's no black owned media. And if it is, it's some local, Steve Harvey type media. You don't have no broadband, and I don't even think he owned his. You know what I mean? So ownership of the media could eradicate this 0.2 seconds. But the thing about it is that you can look at a lot of TV shows like HBO, BET, which was actually ABET, or Black Entertainment, switched into BET, Black Entertainment. And I remember when they first started having the first white commercial. That was it. I was out. I was like, it's nothing racist, but it was like, hold up, this is all black. KKK got all that shit. No black people, white people can't exist. You know what I mean? But when black people start formulating their own thing, come and destroy it. They're going to destroy it. You know what I mean? So we're looking at a time of things being revealed. You know what I mean? Because like I told you, Saturn brings karma. So these are things that's being revealed to us for us to look at. But I can assure you this round, it will be a shakeup this time. It's going to be a shakeup. Things going to get exposed, which is being exposed right now. You can go down from the presidency all the way down to the local drug dealers, all the way down to a person who snitched and they got caught, all the way down to a person messing with a pedophile, all the way down to somebody who's stealing money, all the way down. You know what I mean? Things is being revealed. So we, as a conscious minded people, I always say, like right now, it's in my it's in my stars, right? For me, it's in my house of communication, and I could take things miscommunicating that can affect something to do with a home or my home, you know what I mean, or the family in my home or whatever. So only thing I know is to be nice, and that'll shake that off. That's like 2-3 days or whatever the case may be. So me entertaining a conversation about HBO would be on a direct aspect of there's many companies that's doing the same thing, that's reaping the benefit off of black people hypothetically selling out.
Right.
Drake got the black face. He's number one. Who you think making him number one? Disney.
Wow.
HBO. They making him number one because he can draw millions of people towards him like Jay-Z did to throw the rock up. Same difference.
Wow. And where's Drake's school at? Right? Where's Drake's community at? You know what I mean? It's just
Drake don't know if, like, in the beginning of Drake's career he was Spanish, and then after that he was then after that, see, Drake know how to play off, and Drake stole every song he got. He got the sweatshop of people writing this shit, exposing him, and then they end up dead or missing or hurt or some shit. So Drake know how to. Drake's a Scorpio on top of it. So Drake know how to. Drake is ruled by Pluto. Pluto's the most freaking secretive planet. They can't figure Pluto out. So they said Pluto it's a dwarf planet. No, Mr. White Man. Sorry, you can't figure him out. That's what it is. And Drake holds secrets. Drake is revengeful. He don't forget nothing. He just did a video with Nicki Minaj throwing a shot at Tekashi 6ix9ine, saying, what's that song about Kiki? You know what I mean? Throwing subliminals. So he's about to take shots at this dude because he's coming up, Tekashi 6ix9ine. So he don't forget nothing, but they private, they secret. You know what I mean? So he's always doing things behind the scene. That's why people think he don't do interviews because he's clever. No, Jay-Z don't do interviews because he's clever. Jay-Z got a bunch of people in the power that be to say don't do interviews. Drake don't do interviews because he's a fucking Scorpio. So that HBO is some secret behind the scene. I will look further into that, and I'm gonna make sure I look at it myself. I'm gonna look further to that.
But let me ask y'all a question for everybody on the panel. Am I crazy that once I saw that blackface picture of Drake, that I mean, I've never really bought a Drake album, but am I crazy that I didn't support him for that? Am I tripping? Am I tripping, Sly?
Nah, you know what? Once again, only speaking for myself, I don't get triggered by much, especially the whole blackface. I mean, we done seen that shit so many times. And you know, I was like, this is going to make his career even bigger in some weird way, and he's profited from it handsomely. I would say I don't see no backlash from that, you know, black folk are the most forgiving people on the planet, and everyone's doing the Kiki dance. His album is selling, you know, averaging 200,000 copies a week. What looked like it worked out for him.
I mean, absolutely, man. That's crazy. He blew up off of screwing off of disrespecting black people. But let me say this real quick. My iPad died, everybody in the chat room, and that's what I used to read the chat. I want to shout out Ann. I want to shout out Q Dawson. I want to shout out Trisha Renee and Deontay Williams. I wasn't purposefully not reading the chats. My iPad died. But family, we got a couple people listening, and goddamn, Ann says this really sucks. You don't acknowledge your chat room. Once again, I apologize. Trisha Renee says, "Hey, low key, made it to my first live. Blessings." Deontay Williams says, "What's up?" But my next question to you guys is, I'm gonna go to Slide and Hardy, and then Dre from the Bay. Slide, given the opportunity to be a leader, because you already have a channel, you're established, you're well known and well respected, and they look at you as like a leader. They look at you for their source of information. They trust you, sir. But if given the opportunity to lead all people to the promised land, would you take the horns of that? Would you take the reins of that?
No.
God damn. Why you say that?
I mean, because look at all of our leaders, our main ones, we've all been infiltrated and have all been done in by our own kind. I'd rather be the number 2 or number 3 guy, because you know just as much as the leader, but yet you don't have the target on your back. And that's just how I've always approached things like that. I don't want the crown. Y'all can have that. It's too heavy for my neck. Ain't that my big or whatever. So I'd rather be the number 2 or 3 guy and still be able to do what I need to do and not have the heat. Taking a leadership position, you got to have somewhat of a kind of a big ego to a certain extent. Part of that's narcissism. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with you wanting to lead your people, but for other things that come with it, I'm good. No, thank you. I ain't built like that.
You consider yourself more of a warrior or an enforcer, Sly, opposed to a king?
No, I always thought of myself as an advisor. So, and I'm glad you asked that question, because like with Hardy, with the astrology, when all your movies, all your sorcerers, they were always next to the king, advising the king what to do. They would look at the stars, look at the bones, and be like, "Look, king, this is what you should do," or "No, this person you need to kill because they're gonna raise up and it's always the one you need to kill because he's gonna raise up and overthrow you or dethrone you, and they never get to do it killed, and he kills the king and restores the land, and everyone's happy." So he's always had a spiritual advisor, some type of business advisor to a certain extent. I've always operated in that realm. That's me. I like to advise because I'm not. If the war comes, and yeah, whatever. But for the most part, I'm on the council giving advice.
I respect that, man. John Hardy, where you at with it? John Hardy, you out here, you out here chopping niggas' heads off, or what are we doing?
Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I'm here, good brother.
John Hardy, you out here as far as, like I said, if you were presented, with a possibility or opportunity of leading your people to the promised land, would you be more of a king role, or would you be more of an advisor role, or would you be a warrior role or an enforcer role? Where do you think you would fit in?
I mean, on Facebook, my name is King John, so I'm definitely ruling with the king. And because
talk about it,
our front line though, I'm not gonna be no king to send peasants in front of me. I'm with the peasants, you know what I mean? But the thing about it, I like to, I'm a type of person that if I teach people about credit, I'm gonna pull my credit up. You know what I mean? If I teach people about, certain things, I want to be living that. I want to have at least the experience to say, you know what I mean? I'll be like, listen, if I want to teach somebody about Mark Smith carrying a gun, I want to be able to hit my target 5 times. If I want to teach somebody about dieting, then I want to be eating healthy. So I'm a front line, I see myself as a king. I've always been a king, you know what I mean? So anybody who know me, especially like from Brooklyn, know that I was the king of all of my crowds, all of my any crowd I hung out with, I was the leader. You know what I mean? I didn't try to be the leader. I didn't grow up. I grew up like trying to look for somebody to look up to, but everybody I've been around look up to me. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
Yo, I just heard somebody say they still do. They still do. They still do right now. Even everybody around me right now still look up to me. Still look up to me.
You know, Drea from the Bay, you there? You got me? My question to you is, Drea, if somebody the same question, if somebody presented you that opportunity, no, where would you fall in line? You think you would be the queen of the promised land? Or you think you'd be ready to go to combat?
Well, see, I'm gonna have to kind of second what Sly was saying, because knowing my personality, knowing me, I like to be behind the scenes. I like to be low key. I like to be the number 2 or whatever person, because I don't want that glory. I don't want that. I want to say I don't really want that responsibility. And like Sly was saying, you kind of got to have that ego or whatever to kind of be there and be out there like that. And I know my personality, I'm low key. I listen. I can do the work and let someone else have all the glory, I guess, because I don't want that glory. But in the same vein, I would say that hopefully sometime in the future, I would want to rise to that occasion and rise to that moment if called, depending on whatever it is, what it is, I don't want to be afraid of that moment. But right now, I'm probably like, you know what, I want to chill, lay back. I'm slightly afraid of that moment. I'm shook, but or something like that. But really, I'm just like, y'all can have that. I can lead, but I don't necessarily have to be the leader. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. That may not make sense to y'all, but it kind of makes sense to me.
Oh, we feel you. Me personally, I feel like right now, I think Dre, you got to mute your yeah. I think right now in my life, man, I as much as I want to be a king, you know what I mean? Me personally, I feel like I'm in a stage of my life where I'm more of a soldier. I'm more of someone that, I could take somebody that's more enlightened than me. I could take their orders and I can, go ahead and do what I have to do to carry out a soldier's duty. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I surround myself with people like Dre from the Bay and Super Slide 75 and John Hardy and High Reacts. You know what I mean? And an Icket Mel and an MAT Matt, because you guys, I don't know how you fit all that information in your brain, man. But you guys could just, if we ever sat down in person, I'd be the type of person that just listen to you talk for hours. Like, I'd be that person, you know what I mean? It would just be like, God damn, it might even be weird. You know what I mean? But I definitely feel like I'm a soldier more or less right now. And maybe one day I'll elevate to a king or something along those lines. But I feel like a lot of us are born with certain character roles, certain archetypes. And I feel like, when we actually reconnect with our soul, we'll actually, embrace that. You know what I'm saying? My next question I want to ask right now is this is for Sly and for John Hardy. Since you guys are already, have found so much enlightenment, I don't know if you guys came into this lifetime with all this enlightenment or you picked it up, during this lifetime. But my question to you guys is, are you gonna come back here or is it on to another realm after this place? You go ahead, Sly.
God, man, I hope and pray I don't come back to this. I just feel tired, Like, once you learn this stuff, and there's days I wish I could take it all back and just be as the rest of the sheep, because there's a certain comfort in being ignorant, truth be told. Once you know all this stuff and you have the responsibility to teach your children this, now you got to put your children at risk to a certain extent. They're going to be outcasts amongst their friends and family to a certain. I'm good. Listen, bro, when I transition, I hope I never come back to the third dimension ever. I hope I learn my lesson that I'm supposed to learn. I mean, if I didn't have my daughter, I'd have checked out years ago. Like, my daughter's the only reason why I'm here. And I'm not trying to advocate suicide or anything, but I'm just saying, if it wasn't for her, I mean, you get the fuck up out of here, because this is some bullshit. Like,
Sly, did you come into this realm with all this information?
No. Over time, I didn't have my daughter till I was 33. So I'm like, 33 is like, and then that's when it kind of all clicked. You know what I'm saying? So, when I was locked up, you know, hung with the Muslims, I hung with some Moors, and then slowly over time, you know, started putting two and two together, and then, you know, dealing with the business, then you really see some things. I was dealing with this one, I don't want to call it vampire, but she was related to she's a direct descendant of Vlad Tepes, and she taught me some things. I hung out with some Satanists, I hung out with some Luciferians. So all that culminated into what you see now. And now that I know what I know, and I still have decades more to learn, but if I could flip a switch and turn this shit off and go back to being a sheep, I would, man. I'm good. I really would. Because listen, think about it. They're not worried about all this extra shit. They're not worried about Agenda 21 and population control and RFID shit. They're not worried about shit like that, man. They're just worried about going to work and paying some bills and going on a vacation twice a year.
That's a fact.
You know how much extra stress you done added to your life by learning this stuff, and now you look at everybody like they're crazy, and all you see is numbers, zeros and ones, and it's like you don't look at life the same. You don't watch movies the same. You don't listen to music the same. You know, so it's an extra burden that, you know, I accept it. I choose it. But if I had a choice to go back, I would. I understand why Cyrus did what he did in the Matrix. I'm not mad at Cyrus. Cyrus said, "Fuck this slop. I want a real steak." I respect that. He's tired of it. He was tired. You get tired. You know, old heads sell out. They tired of fighting these motherfuckers every day. Waking up and hoping you start your car and don't blow up on you. I understand. I get it. I get it.
Don Hardy, self-awareness. Did you come into this bitch knowing everything you know? If you're there. John might be pouring up another glass of red wine. He might be getting in his zone. We're gonna go on to Dre, and we're gonna go to John. Dre from the Bay. Do you feel like you came into this simulation or planet or reality with all the enlightenment you have today?
I don't think I came into this world with that, but process of the journey, I'm still learning and I'm still gaining. So it's an ongoing, lifelong process for me.
Do you feel like you have anything else to learn? Do you feel
That's
like
my story and I'm sticking to it.
Do you feel like, let me ask you a question, hypothetically, right? Say there was other realms out there, other universes, right? Are you done with this? Are you done with this reality? Do you want to move on to the next, or you still feel like you have something to finish here? You have unfinished business here. Dre from the Bay. Dre driving right now. Well, damn, this is me and Sly. Shit, fuck it. Sly, you feel like you got unfinished business here? Because once again, like I said, you got a lot of followers, man. When you go live, it'd be a lot of people in that building, man. Do you feel like unfinished business as far as, you know, you could lead these people to your level of enlightenment?
I mean, I can't know, because everyone learns at their own pace, and there's some people are still leery on the fence, which I totally understand. Like I said, I'm only here for my daughter, bro. Like, if you know, whatever future children show up in the next 6-7 months, okay, then I gotta hold out for them as well. But on the overall grand scheme, if not for them, I'm out, bro. Like, I'm out.
You pressing the clock,
bro. This is my electronic footprint to the world. This is my little contribution to society, and that's pretty much it. I don't think I'm here to lead anybody per se, or, you know, I start off just telling my stories and what I went through and my beliefs. That's how it all started, bro. Like, seriously, and it just kind of turned into all this. So
that's a fact. John, you want to add to that? You want to piggyback off of that? Oh shit. John Hardy, you there? You was just there. Sly, you a Lakers fan now?
I've been a Lakers fan like for a few years now. Kobe is like my to me, the second greatest shooting guard behind Jordan. I think this LeBron move is a good look for LA because it's freaking LA, man. It's a legacy, it's a history. If you're not a Lakers fan, you're gonna watch a Lakers game just because to see what LeBron does. Even though I don't care for LeBron, even though I think he should adjust his game for a low post game and do that way and stop bringing the ball up because you're killing the point guard game, you're killing everybody else's game. You know, get your ass in the post, bang in the post,
big ass.
No one can stop you, and then you'll extend your career, and then you'll save yourself. You know, you won't gas out towards the end in the fourth quarter when they really need you like that. You know, him running one play, run the point. Listen, let him run the point. You get your ass in the block, quit playing, and wait till the ball gets come to you, and we'll run an isolation for you at that point.
You know, and it's sad because I'm glad you keep up with sports, but it's sad that like he runs his own system. He's known to run his own system now, and I feel like that's why he never went to a team like the Spurs or, you know, a team that really runs a system. And it's sad that I feel like, in my personal opinion, the Lakers didn't need him. And I feel like Magic Johnson dropped the ball, man. And I really think this season, I personally do not think the Lakers are going to make the playoffs. I think last year, you know, they won 35 games. And in my opinion, it's just like and they were playing team basketball last year and they won 35 games in the Western Conference. That's hard. So I feel like this year, LeBron's system it worked in the East because the East is trash, but it's definitely not going to translate to the Western Conference. And I'm just going to predict it. You know, you got everybody on ESPN, First Take, Undisputed saying that, you know, they're going to be a 5th or 6th seed. I do not see the Lakers with that system, with the LeBron system, even getting into the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? You had teams like the Phoenix Suns, the Denver Nuggets. You know what I'm saying? You had a whole bunch of teams in the West that I just don't feel like they would even match up with. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't see it happening.
I agree. I don't see him making the playoffs. I wish Paul George had went to LA with him as well, because the way Golden State has leveled up, stop. You're not gonna get to the Western Conference Finals to even get to them.
And Sly, is so crazy that you say that, brother, because it's like nobody's talking about that. You know how you said pay attention to everything that's coming out in these movies as far as HBO and these TV shows. You know, look for what's coming. It's the same way I look at these shows and I look at the narrative. I look at the narratives they're not spinning, the narratives they're not talking about. And nobody is talking about why doesn't these superstars or all-stars want to play with LeBron James? Why didn't Paul George join the Lakers? They're not even talking about that. And the reason why is because Paul George knows if he joined the Lakers, they would once the Lakers lost, inevitably, you know, they went on a losing streak. They were going to blame Paul George for it, because we all know with LeBron's track record, they never blame him for anything. You know what I'm saying? So I think he was smart for doing that.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron is the Jay-Z of basketball, because it's never Jay-Z's fault. It's always someone else's fault. And I listen, I get into heated debates all the time about Jay. Jay is not a businessman. You know what Jay does? Jay goes out and gets people around him, and they do the dirty work. And if it goes great, he gets the credit. If it goes kaput, he blames them. Listen, remember when Jay was around Irv, Gotti, right? And Murder Inc. And like every few years he gets around a new crop of people. Like Jay is the biggest snake in the game, man. And I hate when motherfuckers, oh, Jay's the greatest businessman. He's so smart. That nigga don't listen. He's a patsy. He's a face of everything. That's the face on that.
Cut you off, but it's crazy that you say that, because he was Drake. He gave Drake the blueprint. He hopped on Big Pippin. He hopped on different other, waves going on to pretty much keep his wave going. He gave the blueprint to Drake, because that's what Drake has been doing. And it's crazy that you say that.
At the rate Drake's going, in about 10 years, he'll be the GOAT. At the rate he's going. Real talk. We'll have this conversation in 10 years, bro. And who's your GOAT? Drake. Oh, come on, listen. And hear me out. Only because he's about that. Listen, he's about getting rid of a motherfucker. We in the last 4 or 5 years, 6, 7 people have died around him. He is with the shits. He had somebody get killed at the opening of his restaurant. A restaurant.
Who, Drake?
Yeah, someone died. Someone died concerning his restaurant. He's with it. And he understands bending the universe to his will. He's down with them powers that be. Give Drake another 10 years at the way he's going right now. He will be the GOAT without question.
What was this when somebody at the restaurant?
His restaurant opened this year. Literally just a few months ago. Literally.
Where is it?
You know what? Let me fact check myself. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing.
Wow. I didn't even hear about this, but I do know everybody. His boy got shot up at the ATM one night.
That was a setup. Oh, that was so terrible, dog. That was so terrible. Yeah, it was in Toronto.
You know, and then his other boy, he got hit. Smoke Dog.
Yep.
It just, and then a lot of people was, just trying to say that he has something to do with the Triple X situation. It's just like, damn.
Hey, listen, I can respect an outward. I can respect an overt. If you're really into your magic and working your magic, you're really trying to get these people off for your move up. I respect that because that's what it takes to do. And 10 years, bro, 10 years, come back. We'll have this conversation, and we'll be like, who's your GOAT? Who's your top 5? Who's your top 3? If Drake ain't in there, I don't know what to tell you.
Wow. That's and I don't even want to really. I feel kind of crazy talking about it because shit. I gotta walk my dogs later. I'm not trying to get caught up. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a pattern here. I mean, I'm hyper aware to patterns, man. That is my flaw. Like that's my flaw in this matrix. I'm hyper aware to patterns. I can't help it. I subconsciously notice everything that's going on around me. And personally, yeah, a lot of people are dying around Drake or associated with Drake, and it's scary. It's real spooky. It's very spooky, man. And it's just like, I remember you were doing a live stream and you were talking about rituals, and it's just like, man, is he trying to get his ritual game up? You know what I'm saying?
It's strong. Yeah. Strong. Like I was telling people, yo, whoever knows Shiggy, get that little nigga away from that dude, cause you gonna be next. But you can tell Shiggy wants to be a part of this shit. He wants to be down, and better be prepared for the consequences that come with it.
Well, look, Dre, are you still there? John, you still there? Cause we trying to, I got a little bit more time. You fucking with that Kiki? Do you love me, Drea?
I really don't. I don't know what the Shiggy challenge is. I not watched the video. I don't even believe I've even heard the song in my feelings. So, I don't know nothing about any of that, and I don't follow trends like that. So I don't jump on everything. And it's kind of annoying that everything is a challenge. Everything's got to be a challenge. This. It's kind of crazy, lame, and kind of follower like, it's yeah, I'm not down with any of that stuff. So I mean, I like Drake. I like some of his music. Not so much of the recent stuff because I really haven't heard it. I haven't heard the album Scorpion. Really, I think the only song I actually heard was the Nice for What song and the one. Obviously, I guess the one that he had with Michael Jackson, which, Michael is my favorite artist, and I didn't enjoy that at all.
Well, he made Thriller, so that makes sense.
I love Michael. I'm not going to say nothing bad about him, but I'm talking about Drake and the way
he ain't touched them kids neither.
Auto-tune Michael on that song, I can't get down with that. So, I don't know. So, are you guys saying that Drake's down with the Illuminati or whatever? That because you allegedly say something about
allegedly, John. Allegedly, how you feel about that? How you feel about these rituals going on? And also, I want to ask you guys. I'm really interested to ask you guys. I've been doing a lot of research, man. And are you guys familiar with the death trap at all? How it's pretty much the mainstream narrative is to go to the light. But, I've done my research and a lot of people are telling me you go above the light and that's how you escape the matrix. I know we're going pretty deep, but, I'm just curious on you guys' opinions. John, you want to help me out with that? I'm trying to give a little bit of everything. Shit.
All right, so now we talking about going above the light. Now we're in my area. I don't want to change the topic of this conversation, but like if you look at gravity, if you look at the world, we're on the ground level. You know what I mean? Now, when you go above the trees, there's a certain amount of space you can go to without things going back. If you go higher, there's another certain amount. There's certain degrees you can go where materials on this earth, you know what I mean, cannot go because the materials. Let's take the landing on the moon theory, and I'm gonna quote theory. If the materials we got on this earth, like copper, gold, zinc, whatever, so forth, cannot surpass an aspect on this world where it's like 2,000 Fahrenheit degrees. There's no way, there's no material that's made that can go past that. So once we get to a certain aspect, we can't go past that. Now, I'm gonna bring that back to raising our light barriers in a non-physical way. That's I want to use that physical, you know, debunk that we ever made it to the moon. There's no material in this world that can take us to the moon, because once you get past a certain aspect, a certain height, we're not even talking outer space. We talking like on this earth. It's going to burn out. You know what I mean? So once you get past that, and then we just say hypothetically 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit, nothing can go past that. 2,000 is a lot. So there's no material made on this earth that can get past that 2,000 degrees. So even if we were strong enough to make it to the moon, we're not coming back. So in the spiritual aspect, we can do that. We will have to change the structural molecules of our ways of thinking. We got to start with, okay, is this food good for me? Is this girl or man good for me? Is this car good for me? I'm not going to get this car because it looks fancy. What's the purpose of getting the car? Transportation. Why? Because I'm an Uber driver. What's the purpose of getting this car? I need to get to work back and forth. So it's like we're taking advantage of certain things that being built like for luxury. You know what I mean? It's intentionally built for luxury. You know what I mean? It's people want a Benz instead of saying I got a 1996 car that can get me to work and back and forth. You'll have people like, I'm not driving that car. It's gonna get you to work. So you're gonna miss a day at work for that? Are you stupid? Are you gonna miss a day at work for that? Get your punk ass in that car and go get your paycheck, and then you know what I mean? But the thing about it, we have to lighten ourselves in order to raise ourselves. That's deep. Did I say that?
Run it back. Run it back.
Slow motion. Hold on, wait. That's deep. That messed my head up.
Run that back. Run that back, and we're gonna play some Phyllis Hyman after that. Go ahead.
Oh, Phyllis Hyman! Shout out to Superfly. Hey.
Yo, I don't know if you saw, but I made Phyllis Hyman my cover art for the Real Rap episode 6, man. Yeah, she was looking right. She was looking right.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. She crazy.
Hold on. But last week you said the steak and the red wine. Hold on, man.
Because I was riding with Superfly, but you know what I mean? My ex introduced me to her, and I know why she was going through it, because she was feeling Phyllis Hyman. Phyllis Hyman committed suicide because of the emotional impact. You might want to.
So she committed suicide. Damn.
Yeah, she committed suicide. He left that part out.
Well, damn, Sly.
Well, no, hey. I would have, Phyllis Hyman. I would have loved her enough to get through that. You know, if I passed with a cross, I'd be like, look, I'm gonna love you. No matter how long it takes, we're gonna get you right. We're gonna get you right.
Was bad. She was hey, that was a tall glass of water, Sly.
Yes, indeed. Tall glass of Pellegrino.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
cute.
Respectfully,
Respectfully.
Drea. We got that feminine divine energy here. Respectfully.
Here we go. One time only.
All right, John. You might as well stay on camera, fool.
No. I don't trust the Trump. But the thing about it is that, you know what I mean? We have to enlighten ourselves in order to raise ourselves. When we raise ourselves, we're dealing with vibrations. Vibrations is actually electricity. Electricity, for instance, Mercury is electricity in your house. Uranus is lightning. So when you eat light, you actually feeling more healthy. When you think light, you feel more healthy. So you look at most people, like for instance, your emotions earlier, this conversation started off with LeBron James. Your emotion was based off of, hold on, wait.
I hate LeBron James.
Wait. But I'm gonna give you why. Because it was based off of ego. So when you think about ego, for instance, right? Ego is based off of something negative in the past or something negative in the future. So if you go back to thinking about a job you lost and thinking about it, that's your ego. If you go back and thinking, I'm not good enough for the new job, this is your ego. This is the thing we got to break out of. We got to be in the present. In the present right now, I'm sitting down talking to 4 smart, enlightened, conscious people. I'm not thinking about if I broke up with my girl, what happened to my last job, if my uncle died, or none of that. I'm not thinking about what I'm going to do for my rent or none of that. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about right now. See what I'm saying? So to keep yourself in the present is the way to keep yourself raising your higher vibration. So if you're thinking about it right now and you saying like, you know what I mean? Let's say Drea from the Bay. All she got to do is think about, where am I going from here? Versus, I don't know if this is going to work out. I got to keep doing this. I got to move this. I got to do this. I got to move this furniture by myself. Nobody's here to help me. All she got to do is just move the furniture. See what I'm saying? And it's like Super Size 75. He was like, I don't know if this going to pop, me being on this thing. You know what all you got to do is just do it. It's just do it. This is where the fake Nike commercial coming in, because they took that logo from us. Just do it. See what I'm saying? Every day when you wake up, you think about right now, the presence. When you think about the presence, then you're not thinking about the past or the future. See what I'm saying? Because the past or the future would affect people's emotions, which create egotistic problems, and people getting their egos trying to prove a point over something that's irrelevant. Most people that conversate today get into conversations that's irrelevant. So if you want to, you know, up, don't think about yesterday or tomorrow. You know what I mean? If you think about yesterday or tomorrow, you're just going to be in a battle with a bunch of people who's stuck in yesterday or tomorrow. Yep, I said that. I can't even hear him.
Yo, so I'm all in the chat right now. I kind of forgot about the live conversation that was going on because, you know, I'm hanging out with some cool people in the live chat. And while we got you on, I hear Loki, me and Miss Ann were just talking about your fit. You know,
what?
Your fit, your outfit.
Oh, okay, let's talk about it.
So you all like you repping the Bay and everything too.
Yeah.
So
well, we the world champions. So what you want me to do?
I need to see what jersey that is.
Oh, this is a Curry jersey because they didn't have Thompson.
Okay. So you ain't got, I was going to say, where's your Klay Thompson jersey since that's your favorite Warrior?
Yeah. I think, what was it? Champs? They didn't have Klay Thompson. I was pissed off, so I had to pay $100 something for this jersey. Definitely didn't want to Curry.
Next time, if I ever go live, I'll wear my jersey, the Curry jersey that I have.
Well, yeah. Well, why don't you wait? Why don't you wear your Jordan Bell jersey? How about that?
Why you don't put it on them?
Own a Jordan Bell jersey.
Don't put it on them.
Yeah, why don't you put it on now? How about that?
And I wouldn't have owned a Curry jersey either until my friend got it for me for my birthday. You know, shout out to my homeboy. He knew I wanted a jersey, so he bought me one. So shout out to him.
Okay. I'm not gonna hold y'all much longer. Y'all been fucking out here giving so much enlightenment, man. And a lot of people, it's so crazy that we've been on here for probably 2 hours, and the amount of enlightenment you guys are dishing out, people might not even grasp within their whole lifetime. So
hey, hold. Drea.
Oh shit.
What's that? What's that?
Money. Just keep that word in your head. It's coming your way. Money.
All right, well, damn, tell Sly what he did.
I actually be kind of wary. I be wary when you be saying stuff is coming my way. So.
Yeah, you got.
Cause some of the stuff you be trying to send my way, you know I don't want.
You got to deal with it. It's coming. Like you can take it or accept it, reject it, but earned income is in your charts right now. Earned income. By the 19th, it got something to do with earned income. So you have to focus on yourself in order to achieve that. So now you've been focused on yourself. You probably make some moves.
I'm all about the earned income, you know. So if something's coming, it's probably one of my paychecks.
But the lesson,
I'm looking forward to some more earned income being deposited into my account.
No. You got to look at saving some of your earned income. That's your problem right there. Saving it.
No, that's not my problem at all. I have no.
Yes, it is because you indulge in your earned income.
I don't get money and just start spending. I don't spend like that, so I don't have an issue saving money.
You got a good savings account?
Yes, I have a savings account.
I said good.
Everybody should.
No. Don't fast talk me. You got a good savings account?
Yes.
Can you pay your rent for 6 months?
Yes.
You ain't say that with assurance.
Whatever, John Hardy. See, you know me and you know me.
I got the red wine
on a lot, respectfully.
Hold on, we gonna have to get y'all some soccer boppers off air. Hold on.
So we gonna switch conversations because you and I don't agree on much anyway. But it's all love coming this way.
I got you. I will walk you through this. You know what I mean? Revelations.
Hold on. They talking to you in the chat, John. Let me respond to the chat real quick, and then we're gonna talk about this culture vulture situation with Dame Dash and Lyric Cohen, and then I'm gonna let y'all be out. But
bring up the chats.
Yeah, let me see what they talking about. Oh shit, they going in on me. They said Ann says Trump was wrong for that shit though. How he going to say that shit and LeBron opened a charter school? It was a low blow. Hyde says it was personal to me. He dislikes LeBron personally. And all I'm saying is my whole point is all LeBron did is he's a black face.
No. Wait.
No, let me finish. All I'm saying is LeBron is
don't do it.
Let me say it. Let me go in.
They're gonna come at you more.
Hold me back. Hold on. I'm saying LeBron is just a black face to a systematic indoctrination system. If LeBron was really stepping out and creating something and trying to genuinely build something for his people to progress in mankind, he would build a community. Fuck a school. He would build a community, and within a community, he would encourage blacks to learn about their true history, not the whitewashed history. And then as far as Hyde saying I'm personally attached, I'm not personally attached. I don't care if Donald Trump, Don Lemon, or LeBron James live or die. I'm stating I look at it as facts. I don't. But if you want to say my truth, then you can say that.
I like what you said. I like what you said about that. I like what you said. Up until how I said, up until the part when you said how. Listen. I'm riding with Haas. You was personally attached, but you was right about what you said. Like, I like the way you broke that down.
Yeah. Because ain't no emotions over here. Straight facts.
The thing about it is, just like look, Michael Jordan, he's not really doing that for blacks. Like it's like he give the black.
He said even Republicans buy sneakers.
But you got to get back to the fact that, you know what I mean. It was personal. Yeah, it was personal with you, good brother. It was
not personal. I don't care. I don't care if you live or die.
If you go back and rewind this, it was personal with you. But
I hate him, but I don't care about him. It's weird. I can't tell you how I feel. I can't.
I already know how you feel. The stars never lie. But the thing about it is that it's cool. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody got their they're gonna express their own opinion.
John, let me just answer this question. If he was really stepping out of the matrix, if he was stepping out of the program,
no. If
he was stepping out of the agenda, he'd make a rebuild a community.
No. Let me cut you off this one time. He's not stepping out the matrix, so we can end that right there. He's in the matrix. He don't care to be in the matrix. He loved the matrix.
Yes.
And butt fucked by white people. So that's cool.
Jesus.
Okay.
Jesus.
So forget him and Durant is in the matrix too. So
yes, I agree.
They're in the matrix. So we can't waste our time talking about people that's in the matrix. Instead of wasting your time destroying somebody that's in the matrix, let's go look for new people like we are. Superfly, Superfly 75, Dre here from the Bay, John Hardy, Lowkey, and Haas. We are the up and coming building instead of destroying, because the number 8 is build and destroy in the mathematics of 5% of the Nation of Islam. It's build or you can destroy. So we're gonna build a new structure versus destroying the old structure. We're not trying to destroy the old structure. This is what I call, I think I told you before, it's pro-action with no action. We're not going to respond to that. All we're going to do is uplift everybody so we can take them on a level, and they're not going to think about destroying people that's being negative. Because if you got more positive than negative, you see what I'm saying?
No, I feel what you're saying, absolutely. But like going back to what High said, we can't save everybody. So my message is really focused on my message is really focused on just telling the truth.
But we're not trying to save nobody. We're not trying to save nobody. You know what I believe? I believe if everybody save themselves, they got nothing to worry about. See what I'm saying? If everybody talking about people being broke and they're not helping the community, then motherfucker, make your own money and help yourself. That example alone, you see what I'm saying, will help the community, because people gonna look at you like, this dude make money and he take care of his, so I'm gonna follow him. It's not about helping the community. It's about helping yourself. So we as a collective, we as an individual, gotta help ourselves. We can't go to no fucking doctor to help us, because the doctor we can't go to no school to help us. We gotta be self-educated. See what I'm saying? So when we help ourselves, we help everybody. So now us right now collaborating in this group right now, you couldn't imagine, dog. I can assure you, you personally, if you were to come off this shit for 1 week, your phone will blow
up. Why you say that? I'm not even tipsy no more, High. I'm not even tipsy no more. I'm all the way back. Let's go.
Because your energy is so strong, is that you pulling in the positive energy for everybody to reveal the truth. And it coincidentally in the time of the age of Aquarius. So you dealing with some not average people who just want cameras. If you notice, Superfly is the only person that got his camera on. And Dre from the Bay is the only person that got a picture up. So nobody want to be revealed for bragging about what they doing. We all here because everybody who I trust me, I got charts pulled up.
Why is y'all clowning me in the chat?
No, it's not clowning. It's a good thing. Like, you getting super like praises right now, because if it wasn't for you, I would have never met Drea. I would have never met Superfly or Haas. You see what I'm saying? I would have never met them.
Hold on. Slow down, John. You gotta put some respect on High React's name and Super Slide name. You call it Super Slide, Superfly. He ain't no movie.
I ain't tripping, man. I get the context of it, you know. I ain't tripping.
When I get his email, then I'm gonna know his real name, but
Super Slide.
Super Slide. But that I like it. You know what? And I just told somebody today. I just told my girl today. I was like, yo, you know what? Super Slide is the most intelligent person on this panel outside, even above me, dog. I don't pop that shit because I ain't got no motherfucking filter. Super Slide is the most intelligent motherfucker on this panel.
Hold on, John.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
Hold on, John. Let me ask you
like that. You done like that. You the most intelligent. You know why? Because you back your shit up with data. I'm with the stars, so I'm like kind of above you in a way because
yo, High. I'm gonna get at you, High.
I'm above you because I can go with, you know what I mean, Super Slide. I can go with like the fact that
we sipping shit.
The things that you bring up is documented facts. I love the way you present yourself. You know, the way you articulate things. Me, I don't give no smokes or whatever. Drea from the Bay. Drea is like a hood nerd. Like she want to make sure she drops shit.
Shots fired.
She want to make sure she drops shit correctly or whatever the case may be. And then you got the black preacher Hyde.
HYDE, John Hyde.
His new name is Hyde now. Hyde, he got some anxious shit, dog. He take you back to before Africa was discovered. Like, he take you all the way back, or whatever case may be. So you're looking at a panel that hypothetically all 5 of us could meet up and be like, yo, this some serious shit. Because your shit is real shit. See what I'm saying? Your shit is real shit. And you brought this together, dog. You brought this real shit together. So, like, in a good way, god damn, nobody getting this information like this. In a bad way, you gotta deal with this shit, dog. You gotta deal with this, dog.
You know, but my question to you is, and then we're gonna go on to everybody else on the panel. If I was monetized, right? If my channel was monetized and I got people in if I had people in the super chat right now and people donating right now, and I was making a come up off of this, you know, these shows or whatever, you know, and I wasn't giving back to, you know, what I felt like what we were supposed to be doing and moving us in the right, you know, direction. Wouldn't that be a definition of culture vulture? Which is the next topic I want to get into. Wouldn't that be a perfect example of that, Slide?
You want my true opinion?
Oh yeah, you get into it and then Slide can follow up. And then Dre.
I'm gonna just say this and let the follow-up going. Out of everybody on this panel, I hate to say this. I love you, good brother. You will sell out.
Who?
All right, go to the next panel now.
Who?
You.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm a sellout?
No, I ain't say you're a sellout, but if that money come right, dog, you're gonna sell out.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
So what would I be selling out on?
Like, for instance, okay, all 5 of us started this. Okay, I'm gonna use this as an example. And all of a sudden you get to the super chat, above the super chat, 10 times above the super chat. You're gonna excommunicate at least 2 people off this chat.
Now, where do you get that information?
You're a Taurus. Look at Tekashi 6ix9ine. Look at Travis Scott. You want the truth, but when it comes down, like Taurus is the type of people that be like, well, if they giving me 10 million, then I'm gonna take it.
For what? For what? Because you know what's so crazy that you say that, and I gotta respect.
100 million.
I gotta respectfully disagree because I'm about to get a tattoo on my arm that literally says, For what does it profit a man to gain the whole world yet forfeit his soul? So you might be assuming that, Mr. John Hardy.
How many tattoos you got? How many tattoos you got?
I have 0 tattoos, and that will be my first tattoo.
Okay.
That's how loyal to the game I am.
No. Now, let's take it deeper. Let's take it deeper than that. See now, and I'm here to help you. You ain't got no tattoos. You know,
no.
You don't get none. See, the minute you got a tattoo, you sold out.
I don't subscribe to that.
If you never had a tattoo, or you never smoked weed, you never drunk beer, and you get one, that it. You are so in the tattoo game. Now, to think about tattoo, I remember my son got his first tattoo, or whatever case may be. And the thing about getting a tattoo, in the Holy Quran, the tattoo speaks about the jinn. The jinn is supposed to be the devil. In the Bible, it speaks about the tattoo following you to another universe. When you die, that tattoo go with you. Dog, I had a nigga, I had a dude in my crib doing tattoos, right? Coincidentally, a white dude. And he had all the black motherfuckers or whatever. It was one dude. It was twins, matter of fact. It was twins, right? And twins was getting tattoos. And one ain't have no tattoos. I convinced him not to get a tattoo. This bitch ass nigga got mad at me because I stopped one dude from getting a tattoo versus the 9 dudes. He paid me to come tattoo them in their house, and then he made money off of them. So why you mad at me stopping one black person who never got a tattoo? Till this day, this dude ain't get a tattoo. So if you never got a tattoo, I'm not speaking for people who got tattoos. If you never got a tattoo, dog, listen to me. Look at me. Look, wait. Hold on, wait. Let me put it like this. I'll make this shit. Look. All right, cool. Wait up. You see my face?
We good.
Don't do it, dog. Please. We just met. Don't do it. I'm dead ass serious, dog. I'm not even laughing, dog. Don't do it. Don't.
Well, you know what? It's interesting that we're talking about tattoos because I know I'm not high. Super Sly, you just did a stream a couple of days ago, and I'm pretty much. I remember you talking about how. Oh no, never mind. I don't think that was you, but somebody was talking about how tattoos they use car paint in them so that they don't fade.
Wait. Fuck car paint, dog. If you get a tattoo, you put ink in your body, your physical body. So don't say nothing when somebody put a fucked up ink in your body and you fucked up and you get sick and you be like, I don't know why I'm getting sick. Even on top of that, you know what I mean? When people did tattoo, they used to scrape the pencils and shit like that. They scrape all the lead off the pencil. That's called lead.
But John, let me say this.
Hold
on. You just said Super Sly 75 was the most intelligent person on this panel. I'm trying to level up. I'm trying to be like Super Sly. Why can't I get tatted? Super Sly, can you help me out?
Because he might already got a tattoo and he's gonna convince you to get a tattoo, or he might keep it real, or either which way. I don't know if you got a tattoo. Okay, now we can say forget Super Sly. We dealing with me and you right now as my brother. If you was my little brother, I would think every living shit out of you before you get a tattoo.
But if you just said Sly is the smartest person on the panel, including both of us, I'm trying to get tatted. Sly got tats. Why not?
I said Sly is the most intelligent. Smart and intelligent is two different things.
Sly, can you help me out? I'm trying to get a tattoo.
I will say this. I will say this. It will be hard for you to stop at one. It would be very hard to stop at just one. And I remember when I got my first one at 18, and then it went to a sleeve, and I'm still working on the sleeve. And when I get this one finished, I'm gonna get the second sleeve done. So, and then it's like a transformation of, you know, the needle hitting the skin, the pain, and you having to calm yourself to get through the pain part of it, and it changes you in a certain light. I will say that.
You feel the mentality of the change?
I do. I wouldn't say it's negative, but
it's negative. I'm gonna say it's negative.
I will say this though. It depends on what type of tattoo you're getting. Like, I know a couple dudes with Baphomet tattoos, and You know, they ain't ever since they've been. I'm gonna get one eventually, but
wait. Name somebody who got a happy tattoo.
I know a lot of women that got smiley faces and
happy tattoo. Happy.
What define as happy though? What's a happy tattoo?
Like a smiley face.
I know a couple chicks with smiley face tattoos.
Okay.
Like little cute little ponies and stuff and little happy faces, little.
And that ponies like happy to me is like people can't even define happy. You know what people consider happy? I got my mother name on me. That's not happy. If my son get a tattoo with my name on it, when I die, I'm coming to haunt the shit out of him. Like, don't put my name on your body. Don't do that. Don't do that. See, I'm talking about happy, like, and I use a simple, you know, happy face as or whatever. But like, I'm 50, y'all. I'm so against tattoos. I'm so against it because it's ink going into your body. So God didn't make us to put ink in our bodies. These are chemicals. So they go ahead and eat the pork and all that other shit. God didn't make us to put ink in our body. And then on second of all, I noticed that, like I did this statistic, and this don't apply to everybody, but I did a statistic when that dude that I was telling you the story about who didn't get a tattoo. And I said, you know what? I walked around. I was like, you got a tattoo? They was like, yeah. I said, you work? They said, no. Everybody who had a tattoo didn't work. Now, I'm not saying that everybody who got a tattoo can't get a job. But coincidentally that day, I thought I was going to lose. You know, everybody who had a tattoo didn't have a job. So we looking at taboo. Taboo. If you look up the word taboo, that goes back into the 50s and 60s and 70s where people like, this is that Illuminati shit. This is that motherfucking you cursing yourself. Tattoo in the Bible, it says, do not desecrate the body. Do not put tattoos on you. Do not do this. Do not do that. Do not pierce the skin. See what I'm saying? So when you do that, you and in the Holy Quran, it talks about when the tattoos you put in your body leave with you. So if you putting positive tattoos on you, then in the Holy Quran, okay, cool. I could debate the Muslims with that and be like, well, they got a holy, you know, they got a whatever. But either which way, God made you a certain way. Not to be tampered with. It's not made for a pit bull or Rottweiler to cut their fucking tails or motherfucking ears. It's not made for that.
I'll give you that, but here's the thing with the free will and just humans in general. Like humans have always and will always continue to tinker with their bodies, whether it's genetic.
Nobody have a free will, dog. Nobody got a free will. You ain't got no free will. If everybody had free will, that was Lucifer talking to God, and in a biblical sense, before he got his ass kicked out of heaven. Nobody got no goddamn free will. If you had a free will, then there's a structure outside of the religion. There's a structure for us all to follow. Who the hell got a free will? Trump ain't even got a free will. When he do something stupid there, like Kennedy, nobody got a free will. Nobody got a free will. You got to follow a structure of the organization, not even organization, but just the world in sense. So if you look at the negative aspect, you join a gang, blood, then you got to go cut somebody's face. You join the church, you got to go help and heal somebody. You know what I mean? Now everybody is getting tattoos like it's illegal. It's not cool. It's not cool. I'm not telling my son to get a tattoo. Even if I had a tattoo, I don't got a tattoo. But even if I had a tattoo, you know what I mean? If I smoke, I'm gonna tell people smoking ain't good for you. If I drink, I'm gonna tell people drinking ain't good for you.
Right, but
I'm not gonna say we cure cancer, because if we cure cancer, it wouldn't be no goddamn cancer.
But yeah, I hear what you're saying. There's some parts I disagree on, but the main thing is humans are always going to tinker with their bodies. Period, point blank. Whether it's tattoos, whether it's cybernetic enhancements, that's always going to be something that humans are going to do regardless. Whether it's taboo or not, that's just...
You get ink, you tap in with the blood of Christ, for instance. You're talking about the blood of Christ. And I don't mean like Jesus Christ, but we could talk Jesus Christ too. But if you're talking about tampering with the blood, the breath, the minute you get a tattoo, you tamper with the blood. So it's no different than getting chipped with a 666 RFEF chip implanted. It's the same difference because you mess your blood up. So now you look at somebody who's an alcoholic, they infected their kids with being an alcoholic.
Well, let's live respond to that because I'm curious to know how you feel about that.
Now, to which part exactly?
As far as the chip.
They're gonna put the chip in you whether you get a tooth filling, you get knee surgery, hip surgery. I mean, they got ways to put it in you. Period.
Are
Point blank.
we already chip, Sly?
No.
I'm sure a lot of us already are without even knowing it.
No. I'm gonna say y'all two guys not chip. I guarantee you, nobody on this panel chip. I can almost assure nobody chip. So at the most, they'll put mercury in your mouth, but mercury don't chip nothing. Nobody here on this panel chip. I'm positive for that. I'll bet $1,000 easy.
I would hope not, but I've seen the videos where they put in the fillings. They'll mix it in the compound and throw it in there. Or there's been reports of people getting X-rays and they'll find it in their knee replacements. Or I'm not saying, and then even like your cards, your clothes, everything has a chip in it to a certain extent. There's no real way to tell who's chipped or not unless you get in front of the a magnetron machine or something like that and they scan you. But would I put it past them to go ahead and chip everybody against their knowledge? And you have people already taking a chip in their hands for their jobs.
Well, they chip the cars and they chip the. If you look at chips, for instance, right? You're looking at canned food. They got the barcode. Barcode is chip. You know what I mean? Because if you look at the 3 big barcodes, it's 666 on that. So now, when you go deep into the aspect, they started with the canned food. After canned food, they started with the dog foods, and then they start chipping animals or whatever the case may be, in case they get lost or whatever the case. They start chipping babies in case the babies get lost, and old people, Alzheimer's, or whatever the case may be. But now in the Bible, it speaks about, you have to let the devil in. You have to agree to this shit. See what I'm saying? So in order to get chipped, anybody to get chipped, you have to agree to this. You have to agree to say, okay, I'm gonna take this chip or whatever the case may be. Boom, boom. They cannot chip you without you not knowing it or whatever. You know what I mean? So I'm just speaking for people on this panel, and I'm giving you astrolife. Like, there's no way. Me personally, if I thought any of you guys was chip, I wouldn't be talking to you guys. The chip is actually saying, I went to the doctor. They implanted me with this or whatever. I wouldn't be talking to none of you guys. I wouldn't be talking to none of you guys. I could feel the energy. Just like I'm not talking to none of you guys. So I don't think nobody on this panel is chip. But even going deeper than that, in order to be a chip, you have to agree to it. And that's when they said you have to let the devil in. You have to agree to be a chip. You know what I mean? You have to say, okay, I'm gonna let you guys do this.
And that definitely goes into that transhumanism. We see it everywhere, man. We see it on popular TV shows like Westworld. Let me see. You guys can hear me right now? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, we see it on Westworld. That a lot of people watch that show, and it's just like, my question to you, Sly, is when that time comes, man, are you, I know you said, you're not willing to, go down for this, but are you gonna go ahead with that chip?
No. Well, you know what? In a perfect world, people would love to say no, but if you have no food, your kids are starving, and they
Oh shit. See, we was talking about some real shit. They got him up out of here. They got Sly up out of here. You still there, John? Oh shit. We got some technical difficulties.
Nope.
Oh shit, you back? You back, Sly?
Oh, my bad. Where did I stop off at?
Oh, you know, we just talking about the chip. You said in a perfect world, you know.
Yeah, in the perfect world, most people are gonna say no, I wouldn't take the chip, but it let your kids be hungry, starving, your heat's cut off or whatever, and they create a chaotic situation for you to take the chip. You're gonna take the chip for the most part.
That's a fact. John, you taking that chip? No, Uranus coming. You taking the Uranus might fuck up the chip, man.
Hey, in the Bible, right? Okay, and we in that time right now. Listen, take the chip or get your head chopped off. Listen, I'm going to lay my head down there so y'all can chop it off easy. How about I chop my own head off? Thinking they can keep every piece of the chip they got. I'm not taking no chip. They can keep that shit. No, listen, now I'm gonna say it right now, in case Trump listening. Fuck you and your chip. I chop my head off. Do whatever you got to do. I'm not taking that chip because the thing about the chip is it's only temporary. You got Nibru, right? And I'm trying not to go too deep, but you got Nibru. Nibru is a planet they say that don't exist. Planet X. Nibru actually created Earth. That's like God. Nibru knocked Uranus on his ass and created the rings of Saturn, right? And when it did that, it created the Earth and the Moon, or whatever the case may be. So, Superfly. I like Superfly. I like Superfly. So, yeah, look up Nibru. Look up Nibru Planet X, right?
Yeah.
That knocked Uranus on his ass, on his axle, and then it created the rings of Saturn. At that time, it created Earth. This is the Big Bang Theory. That shit coming back around. So we talk about the Sumerians, the Anunnaki, and all these other things that don't have nothing to do with Jesus Christ coming back around to visit us. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. No, they not chipping nothing over here. Nothing. No tattoos, no chips, no none of that. I don't want none of that. I don't want no smoke. I'm cool. I'm pussy.
You know what? Last topic I want to get into, and I'm gonna let you good brothers go, is the Charlize Theron actress and her son that's dressing up like a girl, man. You know, the reason why I bring this up is because I was Hyde did a video about it. You know,
hold on. Before you go there, let me just hit you with shit. Hold on, wait. Before we go there, see my wall?
But I'm mad how you was calling Drea a hood nerd when you got all these equations on the wall.
This is the start. This is what's that crazy dude they say was crazy? That white dude with the grayish hair and everything. And I told you I'm gonna show you this one day, but I'm gonna put it out there. I don't play with this.
That's crazy.
So right, watch this. Right here, and I'm trying to teach people this. I can tell you a prediction of your age. Personalities, on and on. Everything my predictions right here was going to happen this year. All the sicknesses that the planet brings, right here. And I can go, if I show you my room. So it's deeper than nerves. Like she a nerd because when I call her a nerd, she like the articulate on. And I didn't even say that. My nephew said that. My nephew said like she a nerd because you know what I mean. The way she speak and everything, which is good. She just like to always be out there. But
we got you. But the last thing I want to get into is a Charlize Theron. It's an actress, and she has a son. I'm guessing it's a boy, dressing up like a girl. And the reason why I bring this up is because Hyde did a video on it. Super Slide did a video on it. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this, John Hardy. But the reason why I bring it up is just like 20 years from now, are we gonna be living in a genderless society? What does that even look like? You got to Slide.
Hold on. Let me go for the Slide because I know you're gonna go super deep. and I'm gonna be quickly disrespectful. Okay, yes, we're gonna live in a gender society. You got the bathrooms. Remember the bathroom? They was like boy sharing. Okay, that was fucked up. That was fucked up. Then you got Will Smith kissing his son. Will Smith kissing his son. Um, and Will Smith's son turned into a girl, right? And his daughter turned into a boy. If you notice them growing up, you know what I mean? If you never seen Will Smith's wife kiss her daughter in the mouth, and you seen Will Smith kiss his son in the mouth, like tongue kiss. Will Smith tongue kiss. Google that shit. Will Smith tongue kiss. Now I ain't gonna say tongue kiss. I take it back. But it was like a smoochie, and there was many episodes he was trying to prove that ain't nothing wrong with kissing a 15-year-old boy in the mouth or whatever case may be. So they made the bathrooms legal for people, to females and males, and they knew that was going to be a controversy, whatever the case may be. And in this new age society, they trying to get people to identify themselves genderless. Okay, you can't say genderless if I got a penis and you got a vagina. So let's stop that. And if I'm a male and I can fuck you up and you can't fuck me up, but I'm gonna go to jail for putting my hands on you, and you're not going to go to jail for putting your hands on me. That's not a genderless society. But what they doing is introducing this LGBT shit bullshit to us to accept this coon shit. It's coon to the fifth fucking power. You know what I mean? A man is made to protect. A female is made to be in the back line. You know what I mean? Being protected.
That's a fact.
So I don't even know what topic you're talking about, but I just know, like, if you look at a lot of cartoons, movies, they got a whole bunch of gay shit going on. You know, they trying to brainwash people to accept it, and they doing it real slow. So when they accept it, it's just going. You got the cartoon dog, gay dog. Or I forgot what cartoon is that. And then you got old movies. You got old movies like All Couples. If you look at All Couples, that was some gay shit going on. Two niggas living together. One acting like a female. One acting like a male. One is all cleaning and doing this and that and complaining about their nose and everything. The other one got a whole bunch of females, but you never seen him with a female. So this is the Matrix again. See what I'm saying? This is the Matrix brainwashing people that it's okay for NBA YoungBoy to kiss a nigga on his neck. Kevin Gates. Kevin Gates, the booty crumb snatcher. You know what I mean? So we dealing with we dealing with them introducing it's okay to do this. Like, it's okay to molest people and have sex with animals. But when black people do it, they going to jail. So now we get into a bias area, but outside of the bias area, they just trying to introduce this to us. Because if you go back in the 70s, 60s, and 50s, there wasn't none of this going on with black people, black culture. Now it's going on, and then we dealing with Uranus coming in. And listen, shit gonna be dealt with. I can assure you, shit gonna be dealt with. But the fact of the matter is that it's not cool, because the only thing they doing is introducing, you know what I mean, a new wave of gayism, but they try not to put it like that. They trying to make it look like, okay, we're all feminine and masculine. No, what the fuck we not. No, we're not. No, we're not. Let's put it like this. Aries, masculine. Taurus, feminine. Anybody who say the Taurus not feminine, they defensive. You was emotional earlier. And then you got...
I'm never emotional, man. I stay facts, man.
You're definitely emotional. And you admit it too. But hold on.
Wait, I hate them. I hate them. So I guess if hate is come from the family of emotion, yeah. But I hate them based off facts. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about the dude if he live or die.
But fuck the facts. The minute you say hate is stronger than I don't like, that's emotional. But we're not gonna get into that, right? Watch this. Let me break this down real quick. Aries is a masculine sign. If you ever meet a female that's an Aries, she act like a nigga.
My mother is an Aries, and she acts like a nigga.
See what I'm saying? Like a Taurus is actually feminine because they're emotional, but they're in denial of their emotions because they say they hate somebody, but they say they're not emotional. The word hate got to do with emotion.
Yeah, but if you hate somebody based off of logic, then what is you saying, John Hardy?
Regardless why you hate them, it's the question. Hate is emotion. I'm not going with why you hate them. I'm just saying the word hate is emotion. Now you go with Geminis. Now you go with Geminis. Geminis is masculine. Geminis ain't got no feelings. I used to always say that. Geminis don't give a fuck. They ain't got no feelings. Then you go with Cancer. Cancer is emotional. Cancer is feminine. Then you go with Leo. Leo is masculine. You ever been with a Leo female? I guarantee she act like a nigga too. You go with Virgo. A Virgo dude will debate everything you doing, just like a motherfucking Gemini, emotional. Then you go with Libra. Libra, even though they sensitive, they love the love, they fucking masculine. They'll tell you what to do. Then you go with Scorpio. Scorpio is feminine. They will lose their mind. A Scorpio will flip the fuck out. Then you go with Sagittarius. Sagittarius is a feminine. You see a female like Sagittarius, I guarantee you she act like the father of the family. And then you got Capricorn. Capricorn, now here's the trick with Capricorn. Capricorn is strict, hard. It's like an old man. But in the female, they act like they technically feminine, but that's one of the hardest ones. Aquarius is dominant. Aquarius is dominant. So that's a masculine. And Pisces is super feminine. The only hardest one that people would debate with me is Capricorn because they rule by Saturn. So a lot of people don't think Capricorn is feminine. They are. They get in their feelings. They revengeful. They will set you up. They will do some kumbaya shit. They think long term. So we getting into like feminine and masculinity because every sign rules one of those.
All right, well, let me backtrack just a little bit, John, because I want to get Sly's opinion on this, and we're gonna be out. Sly, do you feel like this child is a victim of the programming, or do you genuinely feel like this child wants to dress like a girl?
No, what you're looking at is what we call gender inversion, and this goes back to the 30s, roughly, where they would switch the genders of children and raise them as whatever the case may be. So now you're hearing a lot of movie stars be called a man or a woman, vice versa, and you do the digging up. There's a background, a lot of questionable stuff is how their upbringing. Remember back in the day, Bugs Bunny dressed in drag. Remember Three's Company, where Jack had to play the gay guy to be able to stay with the girls. The landlord, Mr. Farley, was like, "You can't stay here." He was like, "I'm gay," and he allowed them to stay with the girls. So, and then now the big push is the gender fluidity, sexual fluidity. Like the lines have been so blurred. Like there is no line by the time they get done with this stuff. But what that little boy is going through, by the time that boy comes of age, I'm sure he's probably on hormone pills by now. By the time he's in his 20s, he'll be identifying as a girl, or he'll be trans. It's just a matter of time. I mean, you already see it.
And now that you say that reminds me of Magic Johnson's son, man.
Oh my God,
it kind of gives me the impression that he kind of gave his son up.
Yes, to be the face of HIV, and now look at him. He's a partner, and he owns a percentage of the Lakers. Was it worth it? If you ask him, he'd probably say yeah. Because look at what Magic's doing now.
And coming full circle with this whole entire the basis of this chat. Do you think there's gonna come a day where LeBron James goes through that humiliation ritual?
Oh yeah, I mean that's what people kill me. Like you think LeBron is the one to escape all this for what? If we all agree that Mike gave up his daddy, what makes you think LeBron ain't gonna have to give up maybe his mama, one of his kids? Like nobody's immune to this stuff. We just see it because it's in our communities. But trust me, white folk do the same shit too. They got to give up motherfuckers too. It's just, for them, they're more ingrained into it. It's not a big deal to them as much. To us, it's like, oh, you gave up your mama? Well, how could you do that? Well, hey, that's the price you pay to, I mean, look at Kanye. Now, he's suffering, of course, and he's having his little breakdowns from his little programming and stuff like that. But now he's surrounded by a bunch of witches. So he don't know who he is when he wakes up, you know. So it's not a game, but the thing is, they've embraced the spiritual aspect of everything, and while they convinced us it's wrong, you know. So it's great when, you know, brothers like John Hardy, or even, you know, you come across an occultist like who's a legit occultist, and they just happen to be a person of color. That's a great thing, because now it's like, oh yeah, bend the universe to your will and manifest it and make it work for you. So what they've been doing for the last few hundred years.
So if you were to give advice to somebody like me, pretty much anybody like us, pretty much don't sign no contracts, fly below the radar. You can do this, but when they tell you to lay off, it's kind of like you got to make that decision.
Well, yeah.
You know what I tell people? If you making music, right, and you making like $10,000 a month selling your music, like you said, fly below the radar, stay there. If your rent is $3,000 a month, in total, bills and everything, and you make it $10,000, don't go higher than that. The problem when people get greedy, when they make more money, they want to get a bigger house, they want to get a bigger car, they want to take on bigger expenses. You can stay where you at and be comfortable. But the minute you sit up there and start saying I want $10,000 a month in bills and rent, then you're gonna have somebody knock on your door. Just like these YouTube channels, the guys. I watched them. It's a Spanish dude in Bronx. You know what I mean? He said people start knocking on this door on some old, you know what I mean? You gotta watch what you put out there. You know what I mean? That's when you know you're blowing up. When you get an inbox saying, look, you gotta watch what you put out there about Charlemagne, because you got legal forces that can come behind you. And Charlemagne money is long, you know what I mean? Compared to like us or whatever case may be. Right. Whatever. Not me, because I don't about money. But you know what I mean? But when they tell you, look, you gotta go by this and make sure this, because YouTube can cancel ABCDFG. So you got to be careful. You know what I mean?
You want to piggyback off of that, and then we're gonna be out.
I agree. The new crop of initiates are coming from YouTube. Will be YouTube. I mean, that's why they put Leor over YouTube Music. You know, so I've gotten a few cease and desist letters. Like I said, I'm waiting on the list right now before they can tell me what I can and can't talk about, because I clearly say too much. Because there's things that I want. Some projects I want off the ground, and I don't want this to be a hindrance. So this is why I say I will never outrightly judge somebody who sells out, because you don't know what their situation is, or you don't know what pressures was applied to them to make them kind of fold in. That's one thing. But if you're actively seeking fame and stardom, I don't feel sorry for you. You know, so a lot of these YouTube, we're not even talking about the white dudes. Just take the black sector.
I think you're about to blow up. I think you're about to blow up.
Hey, brother, they come at me with a check, I'm out. Listen, I tell you, hey, whatever I say from day one, low key, whatever I say from day one, they tell me here's a check, shut up. I'm taking the check. I tell people all the time, I'm not playing. I'm not trying to go out like
change
Steve.
His email, everything,
brother. I'm not trying to go out like Steve Coakley. Shout out to Steve Coakley, rest in peace. I'm not trying to go out like that. I'm not willing to die for this. I'm sorry, and if that makes me, a punk or some shit, I'll be a punk. I'll be a paid punk. I'll be a live punk. I'll be when I grow old to see how this thing turns out, punk. But
I think you should get a backdrop with your picture on it or something like that. Your backdrop. You gotta change your backdrop, though. That backdrop, because you like, yo, I'm gonna keep it 100, though. You're so intelligent, man. Like, I appreciate you, man. You definitely intelligent. Like, if I was over there by your crib right now, I would have been like, yo, now I'm gonna put like 300 towards one of those photos. I'm putting money into you, man. I'm putting money into you.
And that's why I call Super Sly the Mike Jordan of this exposing Illuminati.
No, man. Hey, you know what? I just look at it as me doing my part. I'm a very small cog in a very big machine, and I have no ego in this. I try to keep my ego in check as much as possible, because the moment you start believing that you the shit, or the subscribers get in your head, man, it's went over to the dark side, and it's hard to come back from that. So
yeah, I'll be fucked up, because when they be like, yo, here's a check and shut up, I'll be like, y'all better send some goons my way. Fuck y'all.
And on that note, man, I want to say this genuinely from the bottom of my heart, man. I know y'all time is so valuable, and I feel like in the matter, we've been on for a little over 2 hours. I think, people spend their entire lifetime trapped in the matrix and program, and I just hope that people can watch this and learn from these two kings. And I had on some other kings, and I had a queen on, and I genuinely appreciate you guys' time. I don't know how, but I caught Sly at the right time. I caught John Hardy at the right time. Hyde came on. He said, I don't have time, but I'm gonna make some time today. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely appreciate y'all. Sly, tell them where they can find you, and then John Hardy, tell them where they can find you guys.
Yeah, just YouTube, man. Super Sly 75. That's the main channel. Backup channel is Heavily Flawed Individual, and that's pretty much it, man. Thank you for having me, bro.
Anytime, man. Where you at, John?
www.facebook.com/King John, capital letters, 2020.com.
Salute both these kings. You got to put some respect on their name when you pull up. Point blank, period. Nothing else.
You got
heard?
You got the best camera than all of us.
Nah, fuck out of here, John. I know we out, man. It's low key. I appreciate all of y'all. Shout out Kevin Kelly in the motherfucking chat, man. Respect Jamaica. We out. It's low key.
Peace.
Peace.